Our next senior is Quentin Midoff. He's the son of Corey Midoff, Jay Midoff, Alana Midoff, and also his grandfather, Alfredo Camacho, is down there. Our next senior is Jalen Sanders, the son of Edward Sanders and Charnel Shaver.
This is a town, Muscatine.
Our next senior is Deacon Schmelzer. He's the son of Clarence Schmelzer, Jackie Means, and Andrew Means. Our next mistake.
I think after football season ends, which tonight we're going to have to send in the camera link 3. Because it's basically I'm trying to pull from that camera now, the fan camera. Try to pull the audio from
The next senior is Greg Vaughn, the son of Vaughn. And our final senior is Sam Wieskamp. He's the son of Steve and Dana Wieskamp. Let's have another round of applause for our senior football players and their parents. Thank them for their contributions to Muskie football. Our next group of seniors we want to recognize is the members of the mighty Muskie Marching Band. Carlos Acuna, the son of Rosario and Maria Acuna. Carter Ames, the son of Albert Ames and Amanda Hart. Betsy Becker, the daughter of Rob Becker. Joaquin Bobet, the son of Michael and Elena Bobet. Naomi Booth, the daughter of Thomas Booth and Lucy Booth. Grace Bowman Carpenter, the daughter of Kimberly Bowman and John Carpenter. Caroline Daw, the daughter of Carrie Muse and Don Muse. Justin DeFosse, the son of Jennifer DeFosse and Ron DeFosse. Kendra Degner, the daughter of Kathy Degner. Gabby Dennis, the daughter of Olivia Dennis and Gabriel Dennis. Kevin Gerber, the son of Brenda and Roger Gerber. Maggie Gibson, the daughter of Jim and Christy Gibson. Abby Howard, the daughter of Beverly and John Howard. Alexis Hopkins, the daughter of Bethany and David O'Connor and Justin and Sheena Hopkins. Brady Howard, the daughter of Susan Elliott and Charles Howard. Griffin Jones, the son of Jeff and Jody Jones. Madison Keller, the daughter of Chris and Keith Keller. Brianna Lassiter, the daughter of Deborah and Joseph Lassiter. Lauren Leddington, the daughter of Irene and Matthew Leddington. The daughter of Terry Johnson Little. Ronnie McCoy, the son of Jackie and Ricky McCoy. Seth Metcalf, the son of Brian Metcalf and Sherry True. Kaylee Mitchell, the daughter of Michelle Mitchell and Wayne Lee. Ethan Mooney, the son of Kristen Mooney and Scott Mooney. Rachel Mulligan, the daughter of Jenny and Darren Mulligan. Autumn Murphy, the daughter of Jeff and Becky Murphy. Raquel Navarrete, the daughter of Miguel and Raquel Navarrete.
Okay, I'll let you go. Have a good night.
Troy Nichols, the son of Jennifer Moore and Aaron Moore. Landon Overly, the son of Casey Overly and Aaron Overly. Brian Prusman, the son of Karen Dennison and Neil Prusman. Natasha Rojas, the daughter of Letitia Williams and Manuel Rojas. Drake Rudolph, son of Josh Rudolph and Amy Rudolph. Bill Smith, the son of Janice and Amy Smith. Janelle Tapia, the daughter of Maria Murillo. Kaylee Taylor, the daughter of Darla and Mike Taylor. And Rachel Wagner, the daughter of Wesley and Eric Wagner. Let's have a round of applause for our seniors of the mighty Muskie Marching Band and their parents. For the girls cross country, we have Riley Blake, the daughter of Samantha and Bill Kaufman, and Jason Blake. Lauren Durst. Easter. For our cross country boys, we have Seth Hoffman, the son of Chris and Heidi Hoffman. Darnell Thomas and Shannon Mercer. And those are your senior prom squad members. And let's give them a round of applause.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management.
Friday Night Lights, Brian Musell and Joel Krasauer here from Muscatine High School, and you're watching the Hy-Vee Market Grill Express pregame show. And tonight, the 1-7 Muscatine Muskies host Davenport North, 5-3 on the season. North having their best year in quite some time, and need a win tonight to possibly sneak into the playoffs. They're not there yet. Have to win this one. The Muskies on senior night stand in their way, and the Muskies want to stand tall and get a win and build on something going into next year for the juniors they have. Coach Krasauer and I will be back in 2 minutes. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we're going to break this game down. You're listening to the Muskie pregame show, sponsored by Hy-Vee Market Grill Express on the Muscatine Muskies Sports Network.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Why should someone bank at First National Bank?
Because we care about our customers and we're committed to meeting their financial needs, and we're also a big part of the community.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
We are back at Muscatine High School on the Hy-Vee Market Grill Express pregame show. Brian Musell and Joel Krasauer here bringing you all the action. And Joel, Davenport North comes into tonight 5-3, only trailing Linn-Mar in District 4A at 6-2. So North tonight, I think the last I saw was ranked 20th, and 16 teams make the playoffs. They have to win tonight really to sneak into that playoff bracket, Joel. And you've watched a lot of North on tape this year. They're led by a super senior quarterback, Jack West. Why don't you talk about his playmaking ability?
Yeah, one of the things that Coach Brandon Cruzy, who has moved on from Davenport North, he's at Mason City now, but this coaching staff, Coach Height, what they have brought to the table is they are a gunslinging offense. They try to drive the ball downfield to their receivers. It's no longer this ball control type of offense like Muscatine has seen the last few weeks. They want to get 60 to 70 offensive snaps a game, and they want to try to push that ball downfield. And so West is a risk taker. He's thrown 10 touchdowns this year, but he's also thrown 14 interceptions. And when you look at what that is, it's not solely because he's throwing into coverage. It's because the game plan is a very aggressive game plan, and they give him, carte blanche. They give him all the power in the world to try to drive the ball into a big play scenario. They try to get 20-plus yard chunk plays. That's what this Davenport North offense tries to do. So it'll be fun to see. It's almost, I really think it's strength on strength. Muscatine's defensive secondary, which has some of the top interception numbers in the state, versus one of the better vertical passing attacks in this part of the state at least. So it should be a fun night to kind of see how these athletes match up on the outside.
The Muskie defense, as you mentioned, has played well all year. One of their strengths is their secondary. Hands will be full tonight. Jack West, as Joel mentioned, a playmaker, thrown for 1,450 yards on the year. Does have the 14 picks to go along with 10 interceptions. Rushing, he also leads the team in rushing, 85 attempts, 542 yards, 6.5 yards a pop, and 8 touchdowns. So certainly a dual threat. Cade Schultz with the most carries on the team, 139 for 532. Their receiving leaders are Priest Sheedy with 42 catches, Quincy Weissman with 27, Trevor Collins with 16 to round it out. And Joel, the key for the Muskies all season long, and they haven't been consistent all season long. We've seen some spurts, and tonight the offense really needs to crank it up because North's going to put some points on the board. Xander Morgan not playing tonight, but Jake Draves is back. Jake Draves was named the starter a few weeks back and got a concussion in the Linn-Mar game, missed last week. He's back tonight. Morgan's out, so you're going to see Jake Draves and some Sam Wieskamp tonight on senior night.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Muscatine's attack continues to grow because they've been incredibly efficient with Draves in the lineup between the 30-yard lines. That's when they've gotten inside the 30 that they've hadn't lacked the ability to punch in for a touchdown, and that or even field goal opportunities. The turnovers for Muscatine have happened in bad situations. They've either happened deep in their offensive possession and giving the other team excellent field position, or they've happened, almost on the knocking on the door of the goal line. And that's what Muscatine needs to try to avoid tonight. And really, one of the best ways to do that is to get your running game going with Tim Nimley.
And that's what they're going to do tonight. Tim Nimley leads the Muskies in rushing, of course, 141 attempts, 803 yards on the season, 5.7 yards a carry, 7 touchdowns. And passing-wise, Jake Draves on the year, 25 out of 41, 254, and 1 interception, no touchdowns. Sam Wieskamp, I expect to see both tonight. Sam on the season's thrown for 270 yards, 2 TDs and 2 picks. One footnote to Tim Nimley tonight. Tim Nimley needs 175 yards to become the all-time leading rusher. Muscatine High School, surpassing Tanner Bowling.
His junior
and
season.
He's only a junior. And receiving-wise for the Muskies, Eli Gay leads them in catches. 35 catches for 335 and 3 TD balls. Zach Hardy, who's come on the last couple of weeks, 20 catches on the year for 296 and 15 yards a pop. And we got a nice crowd on a chilly night. It's senior night, and if you're in the neighborhood, come on out and check it out. It's the last home game of the year, and the Muskies would sure love to see your support out here. Sophomores dropped one in the earlier contest tonight. Their season is finished, and now the varsity will take the squad momentarily. And, folks, we're going to pause and let you enjoy our national anthem. Whoa. Sorry. Thank you. They flew right out. And I need them. I do. There you have it, folks. Another great rendition of our national anthem by the mighty Muskie Marching Band. And there you have it. Joel and I are going to take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and get ready for kickoff tonight. You're listening to Muskie Pregame Football, sponsored by Hy-Vee Market Grill Express on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Is this thing on? Hey, football fans. TJ Deere, Toyota Muscatine. I get a little excited during the football season, and just the other day I spiked the ball, and this is what happened. Hey, Logan.
Do that again.
All right.
Whoa. What kind of magic
Jimmy.
was that?
It's called Toyota Magic. And just like that, you can come out and get a brand new Toyota. So come and see us at Toyota Muscatine.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Why should someone bank at First National Bank?
Because we care about our customers and we're committed to meeting their financial needs, and we're also a big part of the community.
Choose.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium, Week 9 of the football season. The Muscatine Muskies 1-7 host the 5-3 Davenport North Wildcats. The starters tonight for the Muskies on offense at left tackle, Benson Storr, 6'1", 220, and a senior. The left guard, Alex Edwards, 5'9", 240, and a junior. The center is Cruz Schliessman. Schliessman stands 6'3", 215, and a junior. The right guard is Anthony Matthias, 5'11", 215, and a senior. The right tackle is Anders Stolfus, 6', 255, and a junior. The skill players for the Muskies at tight end, Brady McDaniel, 6'5", 200, and a senior. Zach Hardy at one receiver, 6', 175, and a senior. Eli Gay, 5'9", 170, and a junior. The running back is Tim Nimley, 5'9", 185, and a junior. And the quarterback to start is Jake Draves, 6'2", 150, and a junior. Up front for the Muskies on defense, Sean Brown at one end, 6', 195, and a senior. The nose tackle, T.D. Toggendeson, 6', 315, and a junior. The right end is Rory Smock, 6'1", 250, and a senior. The linebackers for the Muskies, Diego Rangel, 5'10", 175, and a junior. Tim Nimley going double duty tonight, 5'9", 185, and a junior. Josh Thomas, 6'1", 190, and a junior. And the fourth linebacker is Anthony Sanchez, 6', 195, and a junior. In the defensive backfield, Prince Wee at one corner, 6', 185, and a junior. The other corner, Tak Portilla, 5'7", 160, and a senior. The safeties, Tegan Schmelzer, been an outstanding player all year, 5'9", 175, and a senior. And the other safety, Zach Hardy, double duty tonight, 6', 175, and a senior. There you have it. The Muskies, of course, coached by Jake Mueller in his 10th season. And Joel, not a bad night. It's a chilly, but it's not windy like last week. So this had to be an enjoyable type of weather to play in as a player.
Yeah, especially as a right tackle. This is the kind of game that you can start to maul some people. You're like a tiger coming out there mauling zebras.
Speaking of tigers and zebras, there's a song that reminds me of. At some point tonight, I'd like to hear a couple bars from Joel's a phenomenal singer, folks, if you don't know
that.
So.
Well, and that's a good segue, too, because we talked about senior night with the Muscatine football players, and we'll be talking about them throughout the evening. But the marching band seniors celebrating their senior night as well. Their last time playing the national anthem and the fight song on the field before a game, and it's just as important for them. And then tomorrow is a big day in the state of Iowa. It's the Iowa All-State Music Festival auditions. Some members of the Muscatine choral program, band, and orchestra program will all be traveling and auditioning tomorrow. It's a long day. They'll leave Muscatine around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and many of them won't get home until about 6 o'clock tomorrow night. It's a long day for those high school musicians, and it can be a quick turnaround if you're, say, a right tackle playing on a Friday night football game and then getting back on the bus the next day to audition for the Iowa All-State Music Festival like I did.
You got it all figured out. I tell you, there was a heck of a band event over the past weekend.
Yeah, they had the Iowa State Marching Band Festival here this past weekend in Muscatine. I don't remember how many years in a row it was, but they got another Division I rating, which is the highest rating you can get.
Isaac Griffiths with the approach, and there's the kick, and it's a squib kick, and it's picked up by Menard Cooper and out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So the Muskies will start with really good field position for their opening drive of the game.
Yeah, North, look, that's a little trickery there. They were trying to see if they could get a free runner down the sideline to get that onside kick type. And a good job by Mentor to field that before it went out of bounds, because it could have stayed long enough and they could have potentially gotten it. That's 3-yard difference between the kick going out of bounds and making sure you have the ball. That's a good decision from the junior.
Draves at quarterback. Sanchez, first time I've seen him on offense this year, kind of at H-back. And Nimley lines up behind 2 receivers to the right, Hardy to the left on first down. Nice crowd here. The Muskies, of course, in the home purple jerseys and pants. Vegas gold trim and helmets North. Blue pants, white jerseys. There's a give fumble on the play on the first play, but it's covered up by Draves. And the Muskies will lose 4, 2nd and 14.
Yeah, we talk about that read zone that the Muscatine likes to do. It does give an opportunity for that connection point to fail and a fumble opportunity. Good job from Jake Draves just getting that ball back.
Muskies have McDaniel to the right. They've got Gay slot left and Hardy wide left on 2nd and 14. Just underway. Draves rolls to his left, looks downfield, going to flare it out for Hardy off his hands, incomplete. 3rd down, 14 for the Muskies.
That's a good route there by Hardy and a nice little concept, a little boot concept. Quincy Wiseman at the corner position, he shifted to inside leverage, so Hardy knew he had an easy release to the sideline. Unfortunately, they were just able to not connect on that play.
3rd and 14 for the Muskies. Hardy and Gay wide left, and McDaniel on the short side of the field to the right. Draves gets a snap. He's going to give it to Nimley. Tim cuts it straight up the gut over the 30 and out near the 35 before he's brought down. Nice gain of 7, but it'll be 4th and 7, and the Muskies will punt this one away.
And one of the things that we've seen, so Xander Morgan, who's not able to play tonight, he's out with an injury. He is the punter. So Brady McDaniel is going to be handling the punting duties for the Muskies tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how Brady does back there. He has punted this season. This will not be his first kicks of the year.
Brady McDaniel stands on his own 21-yard line. Priest Sheedy deep for the Wildcats on his own 26-yard line. Good snap and the approach and the kick by McDaniel. Going to get a Muskie roll. Sheedy's going to let it roll dead, and the Muskies will down it right there at the 25-yard line. So a 40-yard kick by McDaniel, no return. And North comes out on their first series of the night, led by their fine senior quarterback, Jack West.
Yeah, the North defense doing what they really wanted to do and get that 3-and-out to start the game and get the ball into the hands of their offense. Priest Sheedy, we talked a little bit about him in the pregame. He's made some catches that have been just absolute highlight reel catches this season. He's a very dynamic player down the field.
First down for the Wildcats on their own 25-yard line. West in the gun. He options to his left. Now it's a shovel pass straight ahead for Dirks, and he's swallowed up. Good play by Sean Brown initially. to get him down. It was Kobe Dirks on the shovel pass completion, and the Muskies throw him for a short gain of a couple. So it's going to be second down and about 8.
Yeah, Josh Thomas was able to get in there, too, on that shovel. He slid right down the formation with the H-back.
Second down, roll to the right. This is over the right side, taken down from behind, and we've got a horse collar flag, I
No, this
believe.
is going to be a holding on the right tackle,
Okay.
number 67, I believe. I'll have to go back and watch it, make sure I got the number right. But number 55 for the Muskies, Caden Roberts, playing some defensive end. He forced that edge, and the offensive lineman just grabbed a hold of his arm.
Good call there. It's a hold on North. Cade Schultz was the ball carrier, and this penalty will aid the Muskie defense. 10:04 to play, just underway first quarter, no score. That'll spot the football back to the 16-yard line.
Excuse me, that was 56, Rory Smock from the defensive end position.
They need to get to the 35, so it's 2nd and 19 for the Wildcats. On their own 16, empty backfield. West back to pass. Rushes on from
There we
Nimbley.
go.
Down he goes! Inside the 5 to the 2. Tim Nimbley and Diego Rangel swallowed him up. They're going to spot it at the 5 with forward progress, but a loss of 11. And North way deep now. It's going to be 3rd down and 30 from their own 5.
Yeah, Coach Hawkins dialing up some pressure. Send one of your best athletes, Tim Nimbley, just to square up. And Tim did a nice job of breaking down and forcing that sack.
West gives straight up the gut, and the Muskies are waiting for him.
There's TD.
TD bottled up the middle, threw him down at the end. And that was number 2 on the carry, Cade Schultz. And they're going to have to punt this one away. Muskie defense really dominant on this early series.
Yeah, and this is a short field situation. You know, your gut is to go for the punt block. But with the way that the wind is blowing tonight, which there's very little wind, this is you're going to get good field position here, so don't risk the rough.
Eli Gay stands on his 45. There's a kick, left footer. Eli runs up, waves for the fair catch. Good decision at the 38-yard line, it looks like. Great field position for the Muskies on their second drive of the night.
So the defenses have really answered the bell for both of these teams coming out. And then as much as we talk about offensive football, the Muscatine defense has just played outstanding all year long. Only giving up 14 points to Johnston, going up to Cedar Rapids and having a good outing against Jefferson as well. They've created so many turnovers. That's a huge start for momentum for the Muscatine defense.
1st and 10 from the 38 of North. Draves gets it, gives to Nimbley, dances inside. He's hitting the hole, but he gets down to about the 35. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, and 3 yards on first down. Good play for the Muskies.
Yeah, this is a much better start to a game or drive here with that kind of a gain on first down than the 3-yard loss of this last series.
Muskies have an injured player.
No, this is actually looks like was it the equipment? I thought it was equipment.
He went to his knee. Well, yeah, he's fine. He's jogging off, and it's number 76, Alex Edwards, who's played well all season long for the Muskies.
I thought you got a free timeout if it was equipment and not an injury, but
Benson Storr comes on to replace him.
And Benson's played a lot of football this year. He's had a nice season as well.
2nd and 7 Muskies from the Wildcat 35. Their second drive of the game. 8:19 and ticking here in the first quarter. Draves gets it, gives to Nimbley. Tim straight up the gut, pounds forward for 2 or 3 more. They're going to spot at the 33, a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Nimbley getting more yards going, with his butt going first than most running backs do going forward. He's such a powerful back.
McDaniel and Gay to the right, Hardy left on 3rd and 5 for the Muskies from the North 33. And there's Nimbley again, 3 straight carries to the hammer, and Tim's down to the 30. And that'll bring up 3rd down and short, or 4th and short. Muskies will no doubt go for this, so it'll be 4th and 2 from the 30.
Yeah, this is an absolute 4th down. Go for it here. It's a low percentage field goal. It's a low percentage punt, too. So might as well, you have better odds of getting the first down here.
4th and 2 Muskies. Big play for the Muskies early on. Twins right, Hardy left on 4th and 2. Draves. He's going to keep it over the left side. He's got a first down. 20, 15, 10 to the outside. And Jake Draves is out of bounds inside the 10 to the 7. A 23-yard run on 4th and 2. Great call there by Coach Mueller.
Yeah, everyone in white for North washed down with Nimley, thinking they for sure were going to go to their all-state running back in that situation. And Draves, who's shown great running ability all season long, keeping it and getting a huge gain there for the Muskies.
6:54 left in the first, no score. Muskies 1st and goal on the North 7. Draves gives to Nimley, dances to the outside, 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, or actually just short. Sorry, I saw an arm go up. I thought they were both going up. It's their first trip to the First National Bank red zone of the night, and it's just shy of the goal line with Nimley.
You know, with North's defensive front, they're in a 4-man front, but they're running what's called a wide 9 technique, where these defensive ends got out really, really wide outside the offensive tackles, which is conducive to getting upfield and disrupting that outside zone read, but it's not conducive to that kick-out block and run right underneath of it like Muscatine did right there.
2nd and inches, just shy of the goal line. Draves going to keep it, fumble on the play, ball on the ground, and it's going to be covered up by North back in the 10. And Jake was going to hand that, decided to keep it, and it was just jarred loose, and a big turnover for the Muskies on 2nd and goal from the 1-foot line. North takes over 1st and 10 on their own 10.
And unfortunately, we've just seen that a few times already this year where Muscatine gets down deep into the opponent's red zone and have a turnover. It's been a bugaboo for them all season long.
It's been tough for them, and the Muskie defense, though, stout on their first series. Let's see if they can back that up right here. West takes a snap. He gives over to Schultz over the left side. Nowhere to go. Great play by Rangel. He's going to gain a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 11.
Yeah, the run defense so far for Muscatine's been outstanding.
West really hurries up the tempo, too. They have 3 receivers to the left. On 2nd down, West flares it out in the flat. He's got his man completed. Sheedy, he's out over the 20, over the 25, or out near the 25, and ushered out of bounds at the 24. Gain of 13, first down for the Wildcats.
Just a quick little screen for North, and a good run after catch there for Sheedy.
And they're back at it, ready to snap it here. West, same play, right over to Sheedy, and Prince Wee's waiting for him this time. Gets him down at the 29, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
And they're very happy with just getting 4 or 5 yard chunks on that play.
2nd and 5 Wildcats on their own 29. West gives this one to Schultz over the left side. He dances up over the 35. Big hit on the play by Prince Wee and the Muskies, and also Zach Hardy, but he's going to get a first down, and there's an official down on the play.
Yeah, the umpire kind of got caught up in the wash there.
Oh, he's not doing well at all. He goes down again. Let's hope he's okay. Tried to get up, lost his balance. Don't know if it's his left knee or ankle, and let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, that's tough. They're right there in the. That's a hard position to play as an official, and they're lots of opportunities to get caught in a massive humanity. So hopefully he is okay.
Folks, we have an injury timeout for an official. We're going to step away for 60 seconds. You're watching and listening to Muskie Football on the Muskie Sports Network.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Is this thing on? Hey football fans, TJ Deere, Total Muscatine. I get a little excited during the football season, and just the other day I spiked the ball, and this is what happened.
Hey Logan, do that again.
All right.
Whoa! What kind of
Hey,
magic
Jimmy.
was that?
It's called Toyota Magic. And just like that, you can come out and get a brand new Toyota. So come and see us at Toyota Muscatine.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. 5:12 to go in the first half, no score. North with the football, and the umpire went down. In the mix of that play there, you can watch that on our replay, but I didn't see it happen.
Yeah,
but,
I
Joel,
didn't
you
either.
know, we kind of kid officials all year, but you know what? These guys show up every week, do the best they can, and it's, you know, not a lot of money involved in officiating, and this, let's hope this young man's okay.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, and it's hard to we don't know what the injury is, but it's significant enough. And they did actually have one of the officials from the sophomore game was still here in the stadium, and he was off to the sideline, and he has come onto the field. So I do believe that we do have a replacement official, which is actually a rarity thing in a high school game, and that's good for. It's bad that the official is shaken up. But it's good for the teams that they're not having to officiate a man down.
Not sure if it was they were tending to his left leg, whether it's a knee or an ankle issue. But you know, and we know how it is when they get to be close to my age. Joel, you're so young,
I'm
but
not that.
you know.
I'm almost. I'm closer to 40 than I am to 35. I'm not gonna ask you how old you are.
Double nickels, not afraid to admit it. Now we're back to the action. 1st and 10 on their own 37, Davenport North. Their second possession of the night. If you just joined us, the Muskies had second down and goal from about the 1 foot line and lost the ball on a fumble, and North took over on their own 10-yard line. So this is their extension of that. First down, West gets a snap. He keeps it over the left side. He's out near the 40 and ushered out of bounds. Sean Brown stayed home, did a nice job until the Cavalry showed up, but a short gain on that play.
Yeah, good defensive support from the outside linebacker position and the cornerback position. And, I mean, anymore you see that play every single day in practice, and you see it in every game, but it still is a tough one to defend.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Schultz gets it this time. Straight up, the guy's going to get a first down over midfield and into Muskie territory at the 45. So he's going to rip off about 14 first down Wildcats.
And then here comes their tempo. When they get a big play like that, a chunk play, they stay on the attack.
There's West. Dance to the outside. Muskie string it out, but he breaks a tackle. He's to the 40. Takporti and Schmelzer going to get him to the turf at the 39-yard line. Look like Coach Mueller wanted a hold there.
Yeah, out here at the receiver position, number 7, Priest Sheedy. He had a good grip on Takportia.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. 4 North. West gives to Schultz over the left side. Josh Thomas with the hammer gets him to the turf at the 38. Good linebacker play by Thomas.
Yeah, just a good quick read. He read the guard, read the carrier, and attacked the hole.
Gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 3. Initially, that looked like a bigger hole. Thomas closed it up. Trips left. 4 North. There's West, play action, fires over the middle, got a man, Weissman, and it's incomplete. He bobbled it, and Schmelzer hit him to make sure he didn't catch it. It'll be 4th and 3.
Yeah, little pump action to the slot receiver on the quick game. Linebackers took one step, and that influenced them just enough for Weissman to sneak behind in the slot and just unable to bring it in, and he would have if he hadn't gotten popped by Schmelzer.
4th and 3. 4 North, they're going to go for it on the Muskie 38. West and Schultz in the backfield. West back to pass, fires it out in a flat. He's got a man complete. It's going to be a first down at the Muskie 30, gain of 8. And the receiver there is Priest Sheedy, I think his 3rd catch of the night.
Yeah, just a simple little hitch there. Was able to eat up the cushion and get that separation.
Going to spot it at the 29, a gain of 9. 1st and 10 North. 3:11 and ticking first quarter, no score. There's a give up the middle. Schultz over the left side. He dances inside the 25 and down to the 23, a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. A lot of team speed on this North team.
Yeah, and they're getting some good blocking up front, too. Their guards and their center doing a nice job of controlling a gap, which is a tough chore when you've got Tongan Deason who's going to get a break here.
2nd and 4 Wildcats on the Muskie 23. West flips it out in a flat. He's got a man at the 20, and he's down inside the 15. That's Giovanni Morales, and he's down to the 13, a gain of 10, first down North.
And this offense is built very similarly to, it's built on some of the air raid principles that you see at Texas Tech and Washington State. It's very similar to like what the Purdue Boilermakers run with getting the ball out to your quick receivers and let them run in space.
West, option left, pitches it to Schultz. He's at the 10, the 5, still running inside the 5. Muskies stack him up, keep him out of the end zone, but it's going to be 1st and goal, it looks like, at the 2-yard line, depending on the spot. Yeah, 1st and goal at the 2 for the Wildcats with 2:14 left here in the first quarter. This drive started on their own 10-yard line following a Muskie fumble. West, quarterback keeper up the gut, touchdown Wildcats. 2:03 to play in the first, and it's Davenport North 6 and the Muskies nothing.
And the attack mentality of North, realizing that they had an extra blocker. When you do that design quarterback run, you get an extra lead back, and it's really just hat on a hat there, and they were able to open up a crease for the short yard touchdown.
Isaac Griffiths on for the PAT.
False
and
start.
We've got a whistle, false start on North.
I think so, unless Muscatine jumped first, but from my angle.
Offsides on the Muskies. Decline it. West will hold. Griffiths will kick. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. 2:03 to play in the first. North 7 and the Muskies nothing. We're stepping away for 60. You're listening and watching Muskie football on the Muskie Sports Network.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Back at Muscatine High School, there's the squib kick, almost an onside kick, and it's up for grabs. And the Muskies fall on it, the 37. Isaac Griffiths again with a kick, Joel, second time.
So North has just decided we're not kicking it deep to Eli Gay, who averages almost 30 yards a return. And they've just decided if we're going to give it up to them, Muscatine, at the 35-yard line, let's at least try to kick it short and see if we can get a scramble situation. So that they've conceded that field position because of how dangerous Gay is back deep.
So 1st and 10. For the Muskies on their own 36, good field position again. They've had great field position on this now, their third drive. Their first two drives started on the 38, and one of them started on the 38 of North. There's Draves. He gives to Nimley straight up the gut, and Tim's going to gain a couple out to the 38-yard line. But I do like the fact that the Muskies seem committed to the run game tonight with Nimley.
Oh, they need to be, and they're down one score. It's not the end of the world. You just chip away at this. Battle your way back.
Short gain of 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8 for the Muskies. Three receivers to the left. Sanchez right. Draves back to pass. Trying to throw the screen. Now he rolls out and he's going down. A big sack on the play for a loss, and it looks like number 54 on the play for the Wildcats. Well, it can't be 54. Well, there is a 50. Folks, I don't have a 54. This happens a lot.
Yeah, there's
no 54 on my roster. Sorry about that. That young man made a heck of a play. It's going to be spotted way back on the 26-yard line. So a loss of 12, 3rd down and 20 for the Muskies.
Unfortunate that Jake didn't get enough free space there just to unload it and give it away.
Draves gives to Nimley. Tim on the left side breaks a tackle at the 30. Tim out near the 33 before he's taken down. So Nimley will gain 7, but it'll be 4th and 13. Muskies are going to have to punt this away.
And Tim looked like he had a chance there. Just a good job defensively from North. Number 5, Hunter Kelly, just was relentless in his pursuit and just kept forcing Nimley more and more towards the boundary.
Pre-Sheedy stands on his 28. Brady McDaniel on his own 18. 40-yard punt the first time for Brady. Good snap. Brady steps into this one. This is a short one. Not sure if it got deflected, but this is going to go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line in Muscatine territory, so a very short kick. And it'll be 1st and 10. Wildcats on the Muskie 30. -3 yards on the punt.
Yeah, that's an unlucky bounce for the Muskies there. And I couldn't tell if that got maybe deflected or blocked or if it just kind of caught the side of his foot.
35.7 seconds to play in the first. North 7 and the Muskies nothing. Sheedy and Weissman line up to the right. Schultz in the backfield standing on the right of Jack West on 1st down. Motion man is Morales. West back to pass. Plenty of time. Now he rolls to the right. Nimley in pursuit. West looks downfield, going to take a shot. Got a man, and it is caught. What a catch by Morales, who kept his foot in. And it's inside the Muskie 15 to the 14. And that's West making a play with his feet there, Joel. Finding a man of Morales with a great catch down the sideline.
Morales executing the scramble drill to perfection. Saw his quarterback was in trouble. Saw he was running out of real estate when pressed vertical up the sideline. And West was able to find him in the hole. Good pressure from the Muskies, just unable to bring West to the ground.
17-yard gain, 1st down to give to Schultz over the left side. Tripped up. Good play in the interior of the Muskie defense. Looks like Brown was there on the play. It's going to be a short gain. Down to the 12. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's a big stop on 1st down there. Keep him in a 2nd and long is really important.
And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've played 1. It's Davenport North 7 and the Muskies nothing. We're stepping away for 60 seconds. You're watching Muskie football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Why should someone bank at First National Bank?
Because we care about our customers and we're committed to meeting their financial needs, and we're also a big part of the community.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Davenport North 7 and the Muskies nothing. Starting quarter number 2, West going to keep it over the right side. Also strings it out. Brown running after him, and Tak Portilla knocks him out of bounds. Good defense by the Muskies on 2nd down.
Talkport closing hard on that outside as the corner. And Olsis did a nice job of forcing him outside, and Tia just closed the door. He accelerated hard to close that edge down.
Going to lose a yard. It'll be 3rd and 10 Wildcats on the Muskie 13. They lead 7-zip, just underway, second quarter. Jack West back to pass. Going to take a shot down the sideline, and it's out of bounds. Good defense by Tak Portia. It was intended for Collins, and it'll bring up 4th and 10, and we'll see if North opts for the field goal.
I think they feel pretty good about their offense.
And they are going to go for it. So Collins to the right, Weissman, Morales, and Prisciti to the left on 4th and 10 from the Muskie 13-yard line. West rolls out to his left, looks downfield, rushes on. He's going to run it. He's inside the 10, inside the 5 to the end zone, touchdown. Jack West on 4th and 10 runs 13 yards for the score. With 11:40 to play here in the first half, it's North 13 and the Muskies nothing.
Yeah, I just see a bootleg, and he saw no one open, but Muscatine appeared to be in man coverage, and he was able to break contain, and all the defensive backs are following their guys, and sometimes it's hard to get your eyes back on the quarterback.
Griffiths on for the PAT, and there's the kick on its way. And it's good. 11:40 to play in the second quarter. North 14, the Muskies nothing. We're stepping away for 60. You're watching Muskie football on the Muskie Sports Network.
Is this thing on? Hey, football fans. TJ Deere, Toyota Muscatine. I get a little excited during the football season, and just the other day I spiked the ball, and this is what happened. Hey, Logan.
Do that again.
All right.
Whoa! What kind of
Hey,
magic
Jimmy.
was that?
It's called Toyota Magic. And just like that, you can come out and get a brand new Toyota. So come and see us at Toyota Muscatine.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Back at Muskie Community Stadium, Griffiths this time kicks it to the right, and this one goes out of bounds, and there's a flag. And you're right, Joel, they're not kicking it deep. North on a 30-yard touchdown drive on the last series, following the short punt by the Muskies, and on 4th and 10 from the Muskie 13, quarterback Jack West scrambled around the left side, ran it in 13 yards for the score. His second touchdown run of the night, and they lead the Muskies 14-zip.
Yeah, just another short field situation for a Muscatine opponent, and they were just able to bang it in.
35-yard line, good field position again. Muskie offense needs to get clicking here, as they have 1st and 10 on their own 35.
Efficiency on first down is the first step for Muscatine. Getting a good gain on first down and throughout the rest of this game is important.
Mentor Cooper at tailback. He gets the carry. Mentor over the right side and a good run over the 40 to about the 43. That'll bring up 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 for Cooper.
Yeah, huge to get those kind of yardage of plays on first down.
And he's going to get some carries. Nimley, as we said, going both ways, playing linebacker and tailback. So you can't, overuse him. You've got to give him a few breaks here and there. Mentor Cooper's quite a talent of his own. 2nd down and 2 Muskies from their own 43. Draves gives to Cooper again, straight up the gut. North waiting for him in a hole this time. And they're going to take him down for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, like you said, North waiting there, ready for it on that particular play.
The great Matt Koss, Muscatine's very own, in the house tonight, covering this one for the Quad City Times.
He's got to like that. He can just go home to make deadline.
You got it. Do you think Matt makes out his own schedule? He probably does.
I have no idea. I don't think anyone ever gets to make their own schedule.
Nobody knows as much about high school sports in this area than Matt Koss, so he's phenomenal. Draves Gives this one to Cooper. He's going to get the first down over the 45 and out near midfield. Call it a gain of 6 for Menor Cooper. First down, Muskies.
Really nice job from the Muscatine offensive line there. Alex Edwards, skip pulling around, leading the way in the whole. Big conversion there for Muscatine.
10-15 and ticking first half. North 14 and the Muskies nothing. Twins left. Brady McDaniel to the right. On first down. Cooper and Draves in the backfield. And now Cooper goes in motion. Jake Draves back to pass. Pump fake. Takes a shot down the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Eli Gay at the 45. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, tight window there trying to get the ball into Eli, but Jake put it in a spot where Eli can have a chance at it.
Crisp night for football, but a great night for football.
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't be the last week of October if it didn't feel like this.
3 receivers to the left, Gay to the right.
It's going to snow next week. Did you see that?
Easy. Draves gets a snap. Back to pass. Sets. Jake looks downfield. Now he flares it out to Hardy. He catches it inside the 45 down the sideline. Gain of about 6. It'll be 3rd and 4 Muskies on the North 44.
Good pickup on 2nd down there, making it 3rd and far more manageable. There's just something psychologically, coming up to the line of scrimmage at 3rd and 4, then 3rd and 6. There's really only 2 yards difference, but it's amazing mentally what it does for you.
Nimley checks back in on 3rd and 4 for the Muskies. Hardy and Gay to the left, McDaniel to the right on 3rd down. Draves gives to Nimley straight up the gut. Tim Powers over a tackler, and he's going to get the first down inside the 40 to the 37, a gain of 7, first down Muskies.
It's like hopping onto a horse and then hoping that you can stay on. That's what that defensive player was trying to do right there.
You better hit Nimley low.
But it's hard to because he's already so low to the ground.
He's low to the ground. 1st and 10 Muskies on the North 37. Nimley again over the left side. Tim gets to the edge almost. Great play that time by the North number 32. Ran up.
Cade Sheedy. Nice
Cade Sheedy with an excellent play because I thought Tim had the edge, and Sheedy hung on and got him down. No gain. 2nd and 10 Muskies.
This is the old calf roping technique.
On the North 37. Sanchez now lined up wide left for the Muskies. Hardy and Gay slot right and McDaniel wide right. Draves, he's going to keep it. He throws it over for Hardy, complete. A nice RPO play there, and it's going to be inside the 30 to the 29, a gain of 8. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 2nd down efficiency has been outstanding on this drive. Getting big chunk plays, getting good plays on 2nd down, getting in either converting the first down on 2nd down or getting to a 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 2 Muskies on the North 29, 8:20 and ticking. Here in the first half, North leads the Muskies 14-0. Sanchez in motion, and now the give to Nimley straight up the gut. First down inside the 25 to the 23. Nimley with a 6-yard run. It'll be 1st and 10 Muskies. And now Menor Cooper checks in for Tim Nimley.
It's almost like a baseball rotation here. So the first and 2nd down mentors in, and then when they need that short yardage play, you bring the closer in to shut the door, and that's what Tim's doing. I kind of like the rotation.
Best drive of the night for the Muskies. Cooper stands behind Draves on first down. Jake gives to Menor straight up the gut. He's met in the hole this time, going nowhere. May have lost a yard, and I believe he did. Back to the 24. That's number 55 leading the way, Alex Glover.
The Muskies just really needing to finish and get some points on this drive.
2nd and 11 Muskies on the North 24. 7:15 to go first half. The Wildcats 14 and the Muskies nothing. Draves barks out the signals. Now they go empty. Jake back to pass. Pump fakes going down the left side, taking a shot. And it's
touchdown.
Caught. Touchdown. Zach Hardy ripped it away from Weisman. That was a 50-50 ball, and Hardy got it. He wanted it more. Touchdown, Muskies.
Senior going out there and battling in his last game in a Muskie uniform was not going to be denied on that 50-50 ball.
Great play by Hardy. Nice throw by Draves, and his receiver went up and made a play for him.
Yeah, he put it up there where it gave his guy a chance to go get it. And that's what Hardy did. Joint possession goes to the offense in football.
There's the PAT, no good.
It was blocked.
Partially blocked for Rory Smock. 6:58 left in the half, 14-6 North. We're stepping away for 60. You're watching Muskie football on the Muskie Sports Network.
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Back at Muscatine High School, the Muskies go 65 yards and cap it off with a touchdown strike from Jake Draves to Zach Hardy of 24 yards. And the PAT no good. 6:58 left in the first half, and North leads the Muskies 14-6 here on senior night. Rory Smock will kick off. Pre-Sheedy back on his own 10 to receive this. There's the kick from Smock, and Sheedy retreats. Actually, it's going to be taken at the 10-yard line by Cade Sheedy. He's over the 25, over the 30, still on his feet, and the Muskies get him to the turf at about the 33-yard line. And North will have possession there. Muskies needed that touchdown there, Joel.
Yeah, it's a big score for Muscatine. Settle into your defense. You're going to have an opportunity to get a takeaway here. Ultimately, I think the team that wins the turnover battle is going to win this game.
First and 10 North on their own 32-yard line. West and Schultz in the backfield. Two receivers on each side. Jack West back to pass, sets, flares it out. He's got Pre-Sheedy. He's out over the 35 to about the 38. Going to call it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Good blocking on the perimeter there from the wide receiving core for Davenport North.
You know, and they just use that, Joel, like a running play. Gets them in good position for 2nd down. 2nd and 4, 3 receivers to the right. Collins to the left. West gives to Schultz. Straight up the gut. He's going to get a first down. Hit hard and taken to the turf. Nimley and Rangel in on the stop. He's out to the 44, a gain of 6, first down Wildcats.
Yeah, Diego Rangel, that was like a double leg takedown.
Rangel's played well all season, just a junior. Same formation on first down. Schultz again, straight up the gut. TD's right there, swallows him up. Going to gain a few yards, but a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And right now the Muskie defense really has to bow their neck a little bit and get a tackle for loss or worse, an incomplete pass here or something. 2nd
and 6 on their own 48. They don't take any time. There's a flare out in the flat. Morales, what a play by Tak Portilla, but he broke the tackle. And down the sidelines, boy, this Morales, that's an effort play there because Ulsis and Tokpor both had shots, and he turned it into a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a 2-yard gain on what could have easily been about a 7-yard loss.
Ball at midfield. It'll be 3rd and 4 for North. They spread the ball around too. They all get involved. West gives to Schultz, straight up the gut, straight up the middle. It's going to be, he breaks a tackle at the 45. He's going to get the first down. The Muskies had him right at the sticks, but he continued to drive those legs through it. He gains 11 to the Muskie 39, first down.
Yeah, North with a lot riding on this game. They know they need to win this to have a chance at the playoffs. And right now they're playing with that sort of abandon.
5:10 and ticking first half. They lead the Muskies 14-6. West, play action, fires over the middle as Weissman. He's at the 25. Zach Hardy wraps him up right there at about the 20. So Tokporti and Hardy get him to the turf at the 19. That's a gain of 20 on first down. 1st and 10, North.
And the speed of this offense is starting to pick up as far as, those linemen get right to the line, and they get this play called, and they try to go as fast as they can.
They've got a bunch to the right on the short side. West back to pass, rushes on from Middaugh. He takes a shot in the end zone. It's incomplete, overthrew his receiver at the goal line. And West is a good enough athlete. He continues to keep the plays alive when there's nothing there.
Yeah, and Prince Wee did slip and fall down there in the end zone, so there was a little bit of an opening. But good pressure and pursuit from the Muskie defense to keep West from getting able to set his feet.
2nd and 10 North on the Muskie 19. 4:36 left here in the first half. And they lead 14-6. 3 receivers to the left. West back to pass. Sets, fires over the middle. He off the hands. Weissman, I thought, had it, and he dropped it.
I think Hardy got another hand in there. And if he didn't get contact with the ball, he at least disrupted the vision for Weissman.
Zach Hardy, big defensive play, two-way player for the Muskies, had the big touchdown catch a few minutes ago. 3rd and 10 North on the Muskie 19. 2-by-2, and Schultz in the backfield. West back to pass, rushes on, fires it, incomplete, and out of bounds near the 10. 4th down. If you recall earlier, Jack West ran 13 yards on a 4th and 10 earlier for a touchdown. They've got 4th and 10 here from the Muskie 19. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, lots of cardinal directions tonight with the North and West at the quarterback.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing.
Exactly. Now, if Davenport West had a quarterback named North, you'd really have fun with that, right?
It would just be confusing. I would just propose a trade. Can we send West to West?
West back to pass, pump fakes, going to take a shot to the end zone for Weissman, and it's incomplete. Good coverage by Tegan Schmelzer on the play, and the Muskie defense holds. A big 4th down hold.
That's a good job from the Muskie defense. Good coverage from Tegan Schmelzer.
They took a few body blows, but they stood up at the end. And now the offense comes out. 4:21 to play in the first half, and they have first down on their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, plenty of time. Got to make a play. See if you can get into this halftime just tied up.
Draves at quarterback. He's gone the whole way. Jake gets a snap. He gives to Nimley. Tim over the left side. 20. Carries a tackler out over the 30 and still running. That's vintage Tim Nimley right there. A gain of 12 to the 31. First down Muskies.
I'd like to see when Tim gets evaluated by some colleges, if they ask him to come to camps or what have you, if he runs his 40-yard dash like falling down going sideways. Because I would argue he's as fast as anybody in the state running in that position.
Cooper in at tailback now. 1st and 10 Muskies, their own 31. Draves gives to Menor, straight up the gut. Cooper's going to gain about 4 out to the 35. Going to spot the 34. We'll call it a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
And I like how Muscatine's not panicking. They're not abandoning the run. They know that's a huge part of what they do offensively. And there's plenty of time with timeouts to get a good drive here.
3.5 minutes to play in the half. Muskies with all 3 timeouts, as does North. 2 receivers to the right. for the Muskies, one to the left. Draves back to pass. He rolls to his right. Going to take a shot for McDaniel. He catches it, 45 midfield, and into North territory at the 48. Brady McDaniel with a big reception.
Yeah, big catch there from the senior wide receiver / tight end. I mean, he's 6'5". He's a huge target out there.
47-yard line, a 19-yard pitch and catch from Draves to Brady McDaniel. 1st and 10 Muskies. Zach Eversmeyer's checked in at receiver. He's far left, and Eli Gay slot left on 1st down. Menor Cooper gets the carry up the gut, tripped up, or he would have had a huge hole inside the 45 to the 44, gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a good gain nonetheless on 1st down. Eli Gay with yet to get a catch or really have the ball tonight.
And North's really pressing him at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 7 Muskies on the North 44, 2:25 and ticking.
I was going to say,
he's
they're
so
pressing
close,
so much he's offside.
Yeah, he was. I was going to say he was almost touching him, it looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, so 22 is Weissman just a little too close there on the press coverage.
But he definitely declared his intention that his job is to press him as much as he possibly can. Now, in the Big Ten, that's not offsides. That's a false start on the offense.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Even with
helmet
to helmet
I've
catch.
never seen
Should have
that.
been targeted,
Yeah.
Joel. Yeah.
Oh, that was
At
funny.
the 39, 2nd and 2 now, Muskies. Draves fakes it to Nimley, looks downfield, rushes on, and down he goes. A big sack, and that's a play you really don't want there. Khalil Hickman, the 6', 305-pound senior, got back there, and on 2nd and 2, you didn't want to take a sack there.
Yeah, it's a bad beat there for the Muskies.
Loss of 10 and a timeout, Muscatine. It'll be 3rd and 12 from the North 49. We're stepping away for 30 seconds. You're watching Muskie football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Why should someone bank at First National Bank?
Because we care about our customers and we're committed to meeting their financial needs, and we're also a big part of the community.
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, 1:52 to play in the first half. Davenport North. Jack West has really confused me. Heck of a player. Davenport North leads the Muskies 14-6. The Muskies have 3rd and 12 on the North 49-yard line. 2 timeouts left. Coach Jake Mueller burned one there to set up this 3rd down call.
That's a good timeout. Get your chance to get a good play on the field, and this is 3rd and 11, just over the 50. This is where my history. This is where I maybe threw a little wrinkle, an exotic, if you will, a little trick play. This is not a bad down and distance to take a shot.
Trips right for the Muskies, and now Gay goes in motion. Nimley to the left of Draves. Back to pass Draves. They throw a screen to Nimley. It opens up. Tim breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles before he's taken out of bounds at the 43. Nimley almost got that on his own. North really went after him hard. It's going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to say 5. 4th down and 6 from the North 43.
I think you still go for it here, short clock situation.
So McDaniel, Gay, and Hardy left. Sanchez wide right for the Muskies, and Nimley in the backfield.
Well,
and North
offsides.
jumps into the neutral zone. Muskie's going to get a 4th and
here.
1 out of this.
You know, that's the sort of penalty that can be very frustrating for a defense. And, you know, if you're Muscatine, And you feel confident in your discipline. Where they've spotted this, they might need to measure this.
I was going to say, that's a – there's a couple of yeah, this is 4th down and
like
about
an
a
inch.
foot and a half. Yeah, I would say 4th and less than half a yard now for the Muskies.
But
Bunch
hard
left.
count again here.
North stacking the line. Nimley's going to get it. You knew that. He's going to get a first down, 30, and pushed out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. So on 4th and 1, Nimley rips off 12, first down Muskies.
Yeah, good seal there on the outside from the right tackle, Xander Stoltzfus. And Nimley was able to get right to the edge right off the snap.
1st and 10 Muskies on the North 25, a $1:38 left here in the first half. Muskies driving, best drive of the night. Bunch left. Can't say it unless they score. They did have a 65-yard touchdown drive.
Fullback's open in a wheel route situation here.
And there's the give to Nimley. Tim dances through the middle, and he's going to get inside the 20 and taken down hard by Sheedy at about the 16. A good run by Nimley. Going to be a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 Muskies. They're in the First National Bank red zone. Go see Scott Ingstad, Wayne Johansson, and the crew at First National Bank of Muscatine. We got 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and 1. There's Nimley again. Dance to the left inside. Tim's going to get a first down inside the 15 to the 13, a gain of 3 and a timeout Muskies. 1:03 to play. That's her second timeout. We're going to leave it right here. Be 1st and 10 Muskies on the North 13-yard line. They trail 14-6. If you just joined us, the Muskies had a golden opportunity on their second drive of the first quarter. They got down to the 1-foot line on 2nd and goal, fumbled the ball. North recovered on the 10. North drove it 90 yards after that, and Jack West topped it off with a 2-yard touchdown run. PAT was good with 2:03 to play in the first. They led 7-zip. North then got their next possession on a short punt by the Muskies after a 3-and-out, drove 30 yards, and on 4th down and 10 from the Muskie 13-yard line, Jack West scrambled 13 yards for a touchdown, and they led 14-zip after the PAT. 11:40 to play in the half. The Muskies just responded on their last drive, went 65 yards, capped off by a Jake Draves to Zach Hardy, 24-yard touchdown pass in the left corner of the end zone. PAT no good. With 6:58 to play, it was 14-6, and now the Muskies with a chance to get a game-tying drive right here with 1:03 to play.
This is a big drive for Muscatine. I like this formation in this down and distance.
1st and 10 Muskies on the 13. Tim Nimley on the fake. They give it to throw it to Hardy, overshoot him in the flat. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, just a little too high up the ladder there for Hardy. And Muscatine, fortunate that didn't end up a tip drill situation.
2nd and 10 Muskies on the Davenport North 13. Bunch formation to the left. It's McDaniel, Hardy, and Gay. Nimley stands behind Draves. And Tim's going to get this one straight at the gut. Tim inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Muskies. Tim Nimley, 13 yards out. 54 seconds to play in the half. And it's 14-12, Davenport North.
And it looks like Muscatine's going to go for 2 here. That was a nice play there. Inside zone, out of that bunch formation. And so much attention goes to that bunch visually that they were just Muscatine had the right angles on that, and they were able to punch that in the end zone.
Looks like they're going to go Wildcat as Gay's there. And Nimley in the backfield. Motion man Menor Cooper. They give to Nimley. He runs to the left. North strings it out, and they're going to hold on the 2-point conversion. 54 seconds to play in the half. It's North 14 and the Muskies 12. We're stepping away for 60. You're watching Muskie football on the Muskie Sports Network.
Is this thing on? Hey football fans, TJ Deere, Total Muscatine. I get a little excited during the football season, and just the other day I spiked the ball, and this is what happened. Hey Logan,
Do that again.
all right.
Whoa! What kind of
Hey
magic
Jimmy,
was that?
it's called Toyota Magic. And just like that, you can come out and get a brand new Toyota. So come and see us at Toyota Muscatine.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
The mission of our
To the 20, 25, out over the 30, and near the 35 where he gets down to the turf. 48 seconds to play in the first half. North leads 14-12. Big game for North tonight if you just joined us. They're in the 20th spot unofficially for the 16-team playoff at 5-3. A win tonight would certainly help their chances but not guarantee it. They'd have to get some help. But they've got everything to play for. The Muskies at 1-7, and the Muskies have played hard all season, and they would really love to spoil North's hopes tonight.
And it'll be interesting with 3 timeouts. I think we're going to see North challenge this and try to get upfield and get another score on the board.
West back to pass, and he rolls to his left. Pressure's on. Down he
Fumbles.
goes.
Fumble
on the
Muskie
play.
ball.
And the
Muskie
Muskies
ball.
have it at the 31. TD caused the fumble, and Josh Thomas pounced on it. And the Muskies, great field position, first down on the North 31.
You know, when you watch football on weekends and you see teams who get labeled as hyper-conservative who take a knee in that situation with 3 timeouts on the board, and their fans, in my opinion, are idiots and boo them, that is one of the reasons why you don't have that risk-reward situation, because that fumble there now gives Muscatine a chance to not only get back into this game but take the lead.
Draves gives to Nimley. Tim inside. He's hitting a hole, and he breaks a tackle. Nimley inside the 25 to the 24. That is pure power by Nimley.
There's a flag, I think, on the far side of the field.
Far side, there is a flag, so it's either offside or a alignment maybe, but we'll see. A 7-yard physical run by Nimley. We'll see if it stands.
That could be. It has to be something. It can't be a neutral zone infraction because those are dead ball now in high school. So it might be an illegal formation or maybe too many men on the field for the defense. I don't know. Sideline warning.
Sideline warning on the Muskies, but it was thrown on the other side of the field. Am I wrong, Joel?
No. I'm confused.
Why would that official throw a sideline warning on the Muskies?
And you know what, though? It could be.
So the infraction is a 5-yard walk-off back to the 36. So the Muskies, the clock is running. They have 1 timeout. The clock is running inside 25. First down on the 1st and 15 from the 36. Draves back to pass. He's looking to run. Now he rolls to his left. Going to take a shot. There's a flag, and I believe it's caught at the 15 by Gay. But there's a penalty flag back in the area of holding, and it is holding. Way back at the 43. So this one's coming back.
And Mueller's not happy with that call. And I didn't see it to speak intelligently on it. But Gay was wide open. Draves did a nice job there buying time. Unfortunately, that's going to come off the board.
And your favorite spot foul holding play, Joel.
Yeah, it's preposterous.
So they start this at the 43 when the line of scrimmage was the 36.
Yeah, it's just the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
It's
Well, now he started at the 44. I don't know where he's starting.
He's just wandering aimlessly. And that's not the officials'
No,
fault.
no,
I'm not
no.
criticizing the officials. That is a bad rule in Iowa high school football. And I don't, folks, just complain about it on a Friday night. I have written 3 letters this season to emails to Boone explaining why I believe that rule needs to change. So I'm that guy.
So it takes it all the way back. The Muskies will have it on their own 47. They've got to get down to the 20, inside the 22 of North for a first down. There's only 13.8 seconds.
I would take a knee in this situation. And I'm not going to question anyone who is aggressive, but if I were calling plays, my thought I would take a knee here.
You know, we've seen in this situation Muskies bust open big plays in the screen game in a situation like this. Wouldn't even be shocked to see the hook and lateral, in something like this.
Absolutely.
You can see something like this, just to shake it up. I don't know. I just don't see Jake taking a knee here.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. At halftime, though, we will have the kick for cash participant is Troy Stinky Philpott of Stinky's House of Horrors, which is this Thursday night, which is he was drawn to be the kick for cash contestant. And if you're a haunted house person, go take some non-perishable food items to Stinky's House of Horrors.
There's Nimley straight up the gut. North's waiting for it. He gets up to midfield, and that'll probably, the Muskies do burn a timeout, so they take their last one. At midfield, it'll be 3rd down and 28.
Now's where you see the annexation of Puerto Rico or something like that. This is where the trick plays come out.
What? You want to explain that?
The annexation of Puerto Rico is the final play of the movie The Little Giants.
There you go.
Where's the trick play?
And it's been a long time since I watched that.
It's been about 4 hours. It's on. My oldest son has discovered it, and that's one that Dad has no complaints to sit down and watch a few minutes of. Rick Moranis and Ed O'Neill at their finest.
So the Muskies huddling up. 7.9 at the half. The Toyota Muscatine halftime show. Stay tuned. We'll have head sophomore coach Mike Truitt. He'll talk about tonight's game and recap his sophomore squad a little bit. Then Ben Nitzel will join us and talk about tonight's first half of this game. And obviously Kick for Cash, sponsored by Hy-Vee. And Tony Tone and Troy Philpott is the kicker tonight, so that ought to be fun. And Joel with first half stats. Draves rolls to his left. Jake looks downfield, rushes on, down he goes at the 45. Sack for North. And that'll be the last play of the half, and it is. Folks, we played a half. It's a Davenport North Wildcats 14 and a Muscatine Muskies 12. We're stepping away for 2 minutes, and we'll be back with a Toyota Muscatine halftime show. You're listening and watching Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Why should someone bank at First National Bank?
Because we care about our customers and we're committed to meeting their financial needs, and we're also a big part of the community.
Is this thing on? Hey football fans, TJ Deere, Toyota Muscatine. I get a little excited during the football season, and just the other day I spiked the ball, and this is what happened. Hey Logan. Do that again. All right.
Whoa! What kind of
Hey,
magic
Jimmy.
was that?
It's called Toyota Magic. And just like that, you can come out and get a brand new Toyota. So come and see us at Toyota Muscatine.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, the Toyota Muscatine halftime show. North leads the Muskies at the half 14-12. I'm joined at halftime by head sophomore coach Mike Truitt. And coach, tonight was a little different outcome than a week ago, and your kids were pumped up, but your kids all in all showed improvement top to bottom from game one throughout the season. And I know you got to be pleased with the effort and the type of commitment you got out of this group.
Yeah, we obviously it wasn't the outcome we were looking for, but yeah, we're still every day learning. Go to practice and talk about the basic fundamentals every day and come out and hope that we can transition from the turf over here and that we get to see what we're coaching is what they're doing.
Right, and I think you're going to see that. You've got some kids that really stood out as the year went on. We talked about some of those guys a week ago, but from a competitive nature, you could tell you got some kids that just love to play football, and I think that's going to really translate next year and the year after. They're 2 years at the varsity level, so it should be good. These guys are going to be big players with the juniors. A lot of juniors are playing this year at the varsity level, the seniors next year, but they're going to need a lot of those sophomores to fill in. Some will start, some will just fill the gaps, but they got to be ready to go because it could be a really good year with a strong senior class next year.
Yeah, for sure. And they, and obviously, we talk about that all the time. We're every day we're developing players for the varsity program, and that's exactly what I talked to them about after the game tonight. Was we want to win. Obviously, everybody likes to win, but we have to build from these losses the things that we did wrong and get and improve on those things. So next year, those mistakes aren't being made.
I want to mention, and normally we just talk about your guys, but I got to tell you, I sat here, like I said, I always get here to watch the sophomore games, and I got to give this 15 credit for North. I watched this freshman kid come out, and I'm thinking he was a man as a freshman, and boy, what a future he has at North High School, and he'll probably be their starter as a sophomore next year. I can't believe he won't be.
Yeah.
But he had a heck of an arm. He had a very calm presence in the pocket. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's a North Wildcat kid, but I got to tell you, he was a very impressive freshman today for North.
Yeah, and we were actually taken aback by him because we didn't know that was the guy that was going to be there. So it was he brought a whole different tempo. The guy could throw the ball.
Oh.
It was great. And
he looked like Nate Stanley physically. He was huge.
He was huge, yeah.
He had to be, there's nothing here, but field level from here, he looked like he had to be 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, I would guess 6'5". Yeah, but I talked to him in the line we were going through because the way that guy played, he deserves a comment from me. And I told him, I said, dude, you best quarterback we've seen yet this year.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that's he really stood out. Mm-hmm. So just wanted to make that mention, folks, next year. You don't know if North's on our schedule or not. We don't know because the district changes again. But keep this name in mind. I'm going to tell you right now, Nolan Mosier, that kid is a freshman, has all the physical tools to be a really, really good player down the road.
He's big.
So getting back to your squad, you talked about it all years. There are a few guys, I know last week we talked about Recker and Garrison, some of these guys. Is there a couple kids you want to mention maybe we haven't talked about that have stood out, and whether they were big contributors or not, that were guys that just never quit in practice and showed up every day, and they emptied the tank, gave you everything they had. If there's a couple guys like that, we'd like to hear about it.
Yeah, on defense, Patrick Leffler plays nose guard for us. He is a big kid. He works his tail off. He does exactly what he's supposed to. He stays in there. He makes some good plays, and I'm happy for him. That's good for him on the defensive side. And then offensively, always, Crabtree's always runs hard for us. And Connor does a great job at quarterback, really. Yep. I mean, a lot of times he doesn't have the most time to sit back there and make reads and do stuff, but he's very competitive. And the thing I really like about most offensive guys, now they're to the point they understand what I'm looking for, and they come to the sideline and say, hey, this is open, or they're playing off on me, so this play. And I like that because then I know they're listening in practice, and we're gaining. we're moving in the right direction.
I love it. Fans, you got a great one here, Mike Truitt. He's a great football coach, but he's a great mentor to these kids. These kids walk out of here better men when they're done with their sophomore year of football. And Coach Truitt, thanks for joining me again all season long at the half.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And go Hawks tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be there.
And you be cracking one at 7.
I'll be there.
Love it. That's Mike Truitt, everybody. And now Ben Nitzel will come in. And Ben, Coach Nitz, Muskies trailed by 2 at the half, but I thought the Muskies played really, really well in that opportunity early in the first when they had the ball 1st and goal. And, you know, it's kind of shot themselves in the foot all season long with opportunity. 2nd and goal from about a 1-foot line and fumble the football. That's the difference in the game right now. Muskies would have this lead.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate there to put the ball on the deck, and they make a nice recovery, and you take what should be a scoring opportunity. They end up driving the ball down the field, get a touchdown the other way, and that's a 14-point swing. Very, very Green Bay Packer, Oakland Raider-esque.
I like how you snuck that one in. Davenport North, impressive team. Haven't seen them really be this diverse in quite some time as far as West really making plays in the pocket. That's a very up-tempo offense. And I like how the Muskies on the flip side of that, kind of helping the defense out, really committed to the run game tonight. And I think that's taken a toll on North up front. Menard Cooper mixing in some runs because Nimley's at running back. But Tim Nimley, you know, you can't say enough about the power runs this guy has between the tackles. And I got to believe in the fourth quarter, if this is close, Nimley may just take this thing over down the stretch.
Yeah, definitely. He's having a really great game. I think we need to obviously want to keep getting the ball. And, you know, it's what's so interesting, of course, about football in Iowa. You start off in August and you got concerns about heat stroke and this and that. And then you get here to October and, you know, guys got cold hands. It's cold, you know, nice cold wind, and it's hard to throw the ball. So it just, you know, you got to – it's interesting how your offense has to evolve a little bit just for the weather conditions. And so obviously getting the ball to Tim and letting him run, you know, he's having some nice success running. You know, they've had some answers a couple times, but I agree with you. I think steady diet of Tim, and boy, that sophomore linebacker they had to put Tim in the old German suplex. That was a heck of a play. Tim is a strong kid. I could not believe.
Yeah,
that was 2 points there. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that is, and so it's been an entertaining first half. What do you look for in the second half? A little just continue to pound the rock.
You know, I think so. I think obviously we'll throw a little bit. You know, Draves does a nice job throwing the ball, and you got to keep him honest. But I think that's going to be the key. If you can get Tim the ball and put him in situations to be able to get some yards after contact and move the ball down the field, I think that's going to be the key to success. And then on their side, you know, we want to continue to limit the quarterback's mobility outside the pocket, keep him either throwing the ball quickly or contained inside that pocket. And if we can do those things, I think it's going to be a great night for the Muskies here when it's all said and done. But you know, it's a whole half of football, and those are things you got to make sure you get done.
This would be a great win for the Muskies to get that second one heading into next season. And really, you know, North has everything to play for tonight. They have an outside shot to get into the playoffs, but a loss here and it's over. So they have to win tonight's game. So the Muskies playing a big role, playing spoiler tonight here at Muscatine Community Stadium. Yeah. Final thoughts, Coach?
Well, just, you know, a great season, and obviously not maybe in the win total the way we wanted here, but hopefully we can finish with a W, and really enjoyable group of varsity kids. Going to miss these seniors. Appreciate their dedication, 4 years in the program, and, you know, people don't always realize all the time that's invested in the summer and the off-season, the spring, showing up early for lifting class and, you know, going out for other sports and doing those kind of things. But you buy into this program, it's a big commitment. I think we do a nice job of taking kids that are boys at the age of 13, 14 and, you know, turn them into young men at the age of 17, 18. And so, you know, very proud of those seniors, and I know coaches are very proud of them, and they did the old burning of the shoe last night. And so emotional time for those kids. Appreciate their contribution to the program. They'll be missed. And, you know, yeah, it'd be a great way to send those seniors off with a W and maybe give these juniors a little bit of momentum heading into their senior year next year and hopefully some big things.
Couldn't agree more, and you and your coaching colleagues do a fantastic job and put in a lot of time to change the lives of a lot of these young men. Ben Nitzel, as always, thanks for joining me at the half, and thanks for joining me all season long. You're listening to Muskie Football, the Toyota Muscatine Halftime Show. I'm going to send it back as Tony Tone is going to take it over for the halftime kick sponsored by Hy-Vee. Thank you, Ben Nitzel.
My pleasure.
Good job.
standing at the 10-yard line in the middle of halftime, well, just towards the end of halftime, with Muskie hosting Davenport North. Senior night, last game of the season, current score 14-12. Davenport North leads the Muskies. Would be nice to wrap up the season with a win. Band wrapping up their final performance at a football game. That was just a test. We're not live yet. We're not live yet. I'm just waiting for the signal. Here they go. Okay, yeah, more people leave. Good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's Kick for Cash with the Market Grill Express inside Hy-Vee, 2400 2nd Avenue, Muscatine. Tony Tone, Phil Schliessman from Hy-Vee going to hold the kick tonight. Matt Schweitzer, Hy-Vee store director, is here. Contestant is the one and only Troy Stinky Philpott. Stinky's House of Horrors, Halloween night. He turns his own house into a haunted house, collects thousands and thousands of pounds of food for the Salvation Army. When was the last time you attempted a field goal, Stinky?
In about 3 minutes.
Okay, so it's safe to say it's been a little bit of time. $10,000, what would you do with that if you win tonight?
I'm not exactly sure, but I would spend at least half of it on food for the Salvation Army.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, a 10, 20, and a 35 field goal are on the line. Here we go. Troy Stinky Philpott is going to get lined up here. It's Kick for Cash. Halftime, Muskies, Davenport North, Troy Philpott lining up for the kick. We're getting it all recorded. Matt Schweitzer, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good about this. Here he goes. Here he goes.
Oh, so close. A for effort. Yes. Listen, a little bit of a squibbler. A little bit of a, he put a little English into it.
You could have let me drop kick it.
Listen, the main thing with this guy right here, Troy Stinky Philpott, again, he turns his own house into a haunted house, Halloween night.
I think I pulled a muscle.
Stinky's House of Horrors, 911 East 11th Street. I know that Joel Krausar and Brian Musell calling the game tonight. They love haunted houses. Maybe Brian and Joel will be inside the haunted house. Matt Schweitzer, fun season. Almost gave away 10 grand one time, had somebody make 2 out of 3 kicks. We're working on something for halftime of the basketball games.
Yeah, if people want to do it, and I think they will. Would you like to see something at basketball games too?
I think that would be a great idea.
I think people want to watch Stinky attempt to do anything athletic. It's marvelous. He does drive a race car very well.
I guarantee I can make a golf ball from half court.
Perfect. All right, you've heard it here first. Support this guy as he supports the Salvation Army. Back to two of the best in the business. It's Brian Musell and Joe Krausar with live coverage. Thanks to Discover Muscatine. Tony Tone, Matt Schweitzer, Phil Schliessman, Troy Philpott, Sean Fry, Jeff Storm. Enjoy the rest of the game, everybody. Go Muskies! Let's get some points.
Muskie football here at Muscatine Community Stadium as the Muskies take the field. They trail 14-12 as we begin the first half. Some first half statistics. I don't have any up-to-date statistics as far as yardage goes. Tim Nimley with a touchdown for the Muskies on the ground, as well as Zach Hardy with a touchdown reception in the air from quarterback Jake Draves. We do have some statistics just rolling in. Rushing, Schultz leads for North, 11 carries for 66 yards. West, 9 for 15 for 83 yards. Receiving, Priest Sheedy, 4 catches for 32 yards, and Morales has 3 catches for 29 yards. Leading the way for Muscatine, Nimley just shy of 100 yards, 16 carries for 95. Draves, 5 of 8 with 63 yards passing. Hardy, 3 catches for 38. McDaniel, 1 catch for 19. And Brian, one of the biggest statistics of that first half was really the 1 turnover for Muscatine early on, and they were in a first and goal situation. They did bounce back and get a takeaway there late in the first half. So we're even up as far as the turnover margin goes, and that's really the factor that I see going into the second half being the determining factor as who wins this ball game.
Yes, and North will receive the kick in the second half, but I thought the Muskies really rebounded. They got down 14-zip, and, when you're 1-7, you're down 14-zip sometimes. You're like, okay, what's going to happen next? But not Muscatine. They played hard. After it was 14-zip, they took the very next kick, 65 yards for a score, And then they capped off the half with an 81-yard drive, and Nimley with a big 13-yard touchdown run. So the Muskies are right in the thick of this.
Yeah, this is a big second half here for the Muskies. It's the last second half they're going to get this year. So this is one of those things where it's cliche and coaches say, leave it all out on the field, don't leave anything in the tank. It's easier said than done. And, Muscatine, momentum-wise, able to get some of it back there and get in within that 2-point margin there at the end of the first half. Just so important as they go in. And their defense has really answered the call all season long, and they really have tonight as well. Save for that 190-yard drive that North has had, the defense has really limited their opportunities.
Beautiful night for football on senior night here at Muscatine High School. 14-12 North leads at the half.
And we did just see Troy Philpott try to kick that field goal for Kick for Cash. And Stinky is one of the unsung heroes, and he's being sung more and more in our community of Muscatine. He really does, Brian, turn his whole house into a haunted house. The line is around the block every Halloween, and the only price of admission is a non-perishable food item. And that goes to our local food pantry at the Salvation Army. 100% of those food donations stay in town. And each and every year, his donation has grown. And it's really an impressive story. It's a person who saw the need for some good in this community of Muscatine, saw a need and saw the opportunity to turn his hobby into a way to really help people in this community. And it's one of the better stories and one of the better things that we have going in the city limits of Muscatine.
No doubt about it. Fantastic, fantastic work. While we have a second before the half, I also want to mention, I see one of my favorite former Muskie football players, really an exciting player, back. He's the son of Matt Schultz, one of the Muskie Fine defensive coaches. The Maiden Lane Missile is back, and as Jake Schultz, maybe arguably the fastest player I've seen here in the last 8 to 10 years. Really could run, and good to see Jake down on the sideline. Boy, he would hit you at safety, and he could play receiver too.
Went
and,
on to a
fun player.
A great career at Iowa Western Community College, and then NAIA Grandview in Des Moines, where he played middle linebacker and was all American actually at Grandview. So great career. Another former Muskie also in the house. Guy you may have heard of, Joe Wieskamp.
Yeah,
sitting about 3 rows in front of us.
Right in front of us.
Here for his younger brother Sam's senior night tonight.
And Mackenzie Meyer, the fine Hawkeye women's basketball player with Joe. And there's Rory Smock on the kickoff as we open the second half. And this one is going to go out of bounds, so there's a flag, and North will have it at the 35.
Unlucky there for the Muskies. Went out right about the 3-yard line and tried to carry just a few more yards for that touchback. But the defense will have to show up here. Brian, these half times, it's not something where you make it, and I don't know if Ben talked about this, Coach Nitzel, but there's not a lot of things you have to adjust to just sharpening your execution. The Muscatine's been very close to some big tackles for loss and some really fine plays on the defensive side of the ball and offensively as well.
There's a give to Morales on the jet sweep over the left side. He's out over the 40, the 45, going to get a first down. Gain of 11, 1st and 10 North. We talked a little at half. The Muskie defense continues to play well here in the second half. The way Nimley finished off the second quarter, some of those power runs, if it's tight, I could see Tim Nimley taking this thing over down the stretch in the fourth.
Yeah, and you see North making an adjustment, going to the jet sweep. They haven't run that play at all in the first half.
There's Schultz this time, spins away from a tackle, runs over the left side. Good pursuit by the Muskies. They're going to get him down with a short gain. Thomas, it looks like, and Rangel on the stop.
And those two have just played, especially the last 3 weeks, we've done nothing but call Thomas and Rangel's name from their linebacker position.
Gain of 2 to the 48, 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. West rolls to his right, looks downfield, backside pressure on by Rangel. Now he throws it. He's got a man. It's Weissman over the 40 to the 39. I think he was close to the line of scrimmage there, but he must have been behind it. First down for the Wildcats on the Muskie 39.
Yeah, and really the two biggest completions in recent history for the North have been on that scramble drill situation where the pressure's just not quite gotten the West in time.
1st and 10. And there's a give. This time Schultz, stutter step, and Rory Smock swallows him up along with Reed Ulsis. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's a heck of a team defense play from the front 3 and 4 of the Muskies there. TD disrupting it at the initial point of attack. Rory Smock coming in to finish it up, and then Ulsis really shutting the door.
How'd you like to be a young high school center knowing you got to line up across from TD all night?
That's the sort of thing that I got jacked for.
There's West. Fires over the middle. He's got a man Collins inside the 30, and I believe he's going to get a first down to the Muskie 28. So West clicking early on offense, and big completion there to Collins.
You know, I've got that mentality that was given to me from my dad where you want to play that kind of a player and so you can measure yourself, and it's a big task.
There's a give on the jet sweep again to Morales, and you're right, Joel, they found some inside the 20 down the sideline and ushered out of bounds at about the 13, a big gain on first down. We're going to call that a gain of about 16. So it's 1st and 10 North on the Muskie 12-yard line.
And so where they were running that play as a swing pass to the slot receiver earlier, they realized that they could capitalize by still having a blocker out there and running the jet sweep.
West rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws, and it's incomplete at the 2. Intended for Priest Sheedy. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, they've shown a real desire to get to their bootleg game in these situations. West, a very good thrower while he's on the run, but it really does cut the field in half. So if your defense can, and when you get into these tight situations, you know, inside the 20-yard line and the 15-yard line, there's real opportunities for the interceptions in those situations.
9:52 to play in the third. This is a give. This is Schultz over the right side. He's at the 10, down to the 5, and stretches down to the 2. Jake Mueller not happy.
Yeah, Tongan Deason was absolutely held with 2 hands. And it's just been, it was a missed call. I'll just point blank.
1st and goal North on the Muskie 1 after a 12-yard run by Schultz, or 11-yard run. As they've taken the opening kick down to the 1, there's a give to Schultz over the left side. TD swallows him up, and he's got some help by Nimley and Middaugh. No gain on the play, 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here comes Smock to provide some more heft in the defensive line.
2nd and goal Wildcats on the Muskie 1. They lead 14-12. First drive of the second half. There's a give inside. TD swallows him up and takes him down. He's going to lose a yard. And this time it was number 8, the ball carrier, Kobe Dirks. Tongan Deason controlling the middle of the line right now. No gain on the play. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, doing exactly what you need him to do there. Play that 2-gap system.
2 running backs, Dirks and Schultz. Schultz gets it left side, runs to the edge. He's going to not get in. He loses a yard. Really strung out on the play that time for the Muskies. Was that Schmelzer or Josh Thomas?
Diego Rangel and Josh Thomas. Rangel shot the gap, really disrupted it, and then the cavalry just came. And I think we're going to see a field goal here.
4th down and goal from the 3. The Muskie defense with a great goal line stand. And they run Griffiths out, Isaac Griffiths. A 20-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Great defense by the Muskies. Snap, good hold by West. The kick is good, barely got over. 8:01 to play in the third. 17-12 North. We're stepping for 60. You're listening to Muskie Football on the Muskie Sports Network.
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community.
Yeah,
We are
that's a big
Eastern
play.
Iowa Community
big.
Colleges, the
Holding the
community's
three there.
college.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most
There's
efficient
just
and
times where
courteous
TVs
service
on the
available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best. Bosch Pest Control.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7.
Back
Call
at
your friendly
Muscatine
neighborhood
Community
Pooper
Stadium,
Scoopers
Brian.
for a quote.
Joel
Proud supporter
Crossour
of Muskies Sports.
And Davenport North takes it 64 yards to the 1, first and goal. And the Muskies, 3 straight run stuffs and 2 yards lost. And they had to settle for a 20-yard field goal. It was good by Isaac Griffiths. And they lead the Muskies 17-12, 8:01 to play in the third. Here's the approach and a short kick, and it also swallows it up at the 40-41 yard line. And Joel, you know what I really think it is? I think their kicker's not healthy. I think there's something going on there because that last field goal attempt too barely made it through. Just an observation.
Yeah.
Because they're giving the Muskies great field position on these kickoffs.
Well, and I also don't know, too, that I was reading, there's an article that I read on one of the football websites, I think it was Football Scoop. There's a coach in Arizona who onside kicks every kickoff. And there's a trend that's beginning, and it's not to run the score up, just the analytics show that you can get it 30% of the time or whatever in high school football.
First and 10 Muskies, their own 41. Draves gives to Nimley. Tim dances to the left, 45 midfield, and he's ushered out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Muskies, an 11-yard run.
Great first down run there for the Muskies. That left side of the line, just able to get a good crease there.
2 receivers to the right. Eli Gay left, first and 10 Muscatine in the North 48. Jake Draves at quarterback, and now Cooper in the tailback goes in motion. Draves back to pass, fires over to Menor in the flat, and he drops it, second and 10.
Yeah, get a little swing route. It's a nice throw from Draves, just Cooper unable to come up with it.
7:51 to play in the third. North 17 and the Muskies 12.
Muscatine able to hold North to a field goal there after they had first and goal from the 2-yard line. Such a big thing from a mentality standpoint. You're still one-score ball game.
Hardy left, 2 receivers to the right. Draves gives to Cooper. Menor over the left side, cuts it back inside. No gain on the play. He's taken down at the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, good job from the North defense to string that play out. Cooper trying to cut back against the grain, just really nowhere to go.
Good, faithful crowd here tonight. And those bleachers are chilly. I was out there for a minute at halftime. Those are not heated seats, folks. Trips right. Draves gives to Nimley over the left side, 45-40, and Tim pounds down just inside the 40. He's going to be short of the first down, but it'll bring up 4th down and about a yard.
So 4th and 2 here. I think you go for it.
Right at the 40, no hesitation for Coach Mueller. 4th down, and we'll call it a little less than 2 from the 40. And Tim Nimley's converted all of these tonight. Play clock at 9 and ticking. And the Muskies changing the play. Draves now. And he's going to punt a quick kick. And it's a great kick. The Muskies are going to down this inside the 5 at about the 1-yard line. Brady McDaniel got down there.
Got it right at the one. His heels were on the goal line.
I was going to say that was awfully close, but Brady with a heads-up play. And a great punt by Draves of 39 yards and downed inside the 1.
That's a big special teams play for Muscatine.
6:24 left in the third. North leads the Muskies 17-12. A 3-and-out here for the Muskie defense would be huge.
I mean, you have a chance here to get your defense to get some points on the board here, too. Because remember, a penalty in the end zone, like a holding or a block in the back or something, that is a safety.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. West barks out the signals. He's going to give to Schultz over the left side, and he's going to get a few yards, and he's going to get out over the 5. A good run from there of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
You know, that opens up some breathing room there for the North offense.
If you just joined us, Davenport North has everything to play for at 5-3. If they win, it keeps their playoff hopes alive. If they lose, they're pretty much done. West gives again to this time it's Dirks over the left side, and he's going to gain maybe a yard. Thomas in on a stop again. Boy, he's been on fire.
Yeah, he's just a junior. He's playing some of his best football here at the end of this season.
3rd down and 3 North on their own 8-yard line. Collins split wide left. Wiseman and Sheedy to the right. Dirks and Schultz in the back. Actually, Morales, he flares in motion. West back to pass. Fires it over to Sheedy. Complete. Out over the 20 to the 21. So a pitch and catch at 13 and a first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a good job there from West to actually manipulate the defense. He's reading the outside linebacker, Reed Olsis, but he used his eyes to keep the safeties held to the middle of the field. And then when he saw Olsis swing out to the running back who was running a flare pattern, he knew right where he needed to go with the football. That was just a really nice job of quarterbacking from this North quarterback.
Twins to the right on first down. Motion man Morales. They give to Schultz over the left side. He spins for a couple. TD in on the stop along with Sean Brown. A short gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Little counter play off of that jet sweep look that they ran. They ran that sweep 3 times here in the second half, and that's the next wrinkle off of that motion.
What do you think of North, Joel?
I really like what they do offensively. It's very similar to the Lance Peterson offense I coached in at Wilton. This is their best teams that they've had in the last decade.
Schultz spins out of a tackle, and he's up near the 30. It's going to be a gain of about 7. That'll bring up 3rd down and a long 1.
You know, and their coaching staff, their head coach, Hilty, he comes from UW Platteville, where he was a player and he was also a coach there, where they run a similar offense to this. I know he's also spent some time on the staff at Augustana College in the Quad Cities. He's a guy who's bringing a lot of collegiate concepts to this, what I've always viewed as a sleeping giant in Iowa high school football. There's plenty of athletes in the North School District.
There's West on the keeper, straight up the gut. Muskie stack it up. And he's going to get the first down. Good run by Jack West. The Muskies were there, but he kept moving the legs, and he gets all the way out over the 35 to the 37, a gain of 7, first down Wildcats.
But with that said, yes, I mean, I've just spent the last couple of minutes singing the praises of North. This is still just a one-score game.
Yes.
And this was the same situation record-wise that North was in last year. They needed to win this game against Muscatine, and Muscatine was able to win the turnover battle, win the field position battle in the second half, and win the ball game.
2 receivers to the left, Morales right, and now he goes in motion, and he's going to keep it on the sweep again. He's out near the 40. There's a flag. Muskie's going to get a hold there on the edge.
Yeah.
So this one's coming back.
And Coach Mueller rejoicing because I think that he's felt that this has happened several times throughout this game. Quentin Middaugh for sure was getting grabbed by the wrist. And I think that Muscatine's going to be rewarded for their good defense. Oftentimes holding happens because you're doing your job so well on the defensive side of the ballpark, on the ball.
So the 1st and 10 from their own 37. There's going to be a march off here. And Muskies are going to get him behind the chains on first down. Going to spot this thing back about the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 20 for the Wildcats. Clock ticking, 2:45 left in the third. North 17 and the Muskies 12. West gives this one to Schultz over the left side, cuts it back. Good run, and he's hit hard, but he's out near the 40. A good run of about 13 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
It looked like it was that Sean Brown shot the gap and hit him in the backfield. It was either Sean Brown or Quentin Middaugh. It was Sean Brown. Just unable to get him to the ground for the loss.
Second down and 7 North on their own 40. Morales in motion. West is going to keep it over the left side. He's pushed out of bounds. He's only going to gain a few, but he's bringing up a 3rd and short now for North.
And again,
3rd and 4.
Good perimeter defense there for Muscatine. A gain of about 1, but good discipline, and everyone staying in their responsibilities.
Ball at the 43-yard line. They've got to get to the 47. 3 receivers to the right. Collins left. There's the blitz by the Muskies. West rolls out to his right, looks downfield. Now he's going to keep it, and he's up the sideline, and he's going to get a first down right to midfield, a gain of 6. So Jack West keeping plays alive with his feet and made a good decision, actually, by not throwing that one, and really picked up the first down with his legs.
Yeah, Muscatine blitz on that situation. Unable to get home. It was again, West making plays with his legs.
2 receivers each side, 1st and 10 from midfield. Morales in motion. West back to pass. Rolls to his left. Now he throws. He's got a man. It's going to be Schultz. He's at the 45-40, inside the 40, and down to about the 37, a gain of 13. It'll be 1st and 10.
I think we've got a flag, though.
I couldn't see it, but it looked like a flag.
I think we got a holding.
Coach Mueller's accepting the holding already before the signal.
Yeah, I think it happened right around the
Oh, I see it now.
line.
It's right in front of the Muskie sideline.
Yeah. To an eligible receiver
Receiver downfield.
All right, so that was a screen pass. And if you go back and watch this replay, Tongan Deason reads the screen right off the bat, grabs the running back, which you can do behind the line of scrimmage. West flows to his left, and the wide receiver the running back gets his open, but he crossed the line of scrimmage. The minute he crosses the line of scrimmage, those screened linemen who are working their way downfield become ineligible. The pass has to be completed behind the line of scrimmage for that to be a legal play.
Good description, Joel. 1st and 15 from the 45 now. West keeps it, and the Muskies bottle him up, and they're going to get him to the turf. Josh Thomas again. Wasn't going to let him go, and Rangel piled on along with Ulsis to get him to the ground. Another loss on the play. Back to the 43, a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 17.
This defense has been so fun to watch all season long. They're pretty relentless in their pursuit of the football.
Great team speed. Overall, This is a very fast defense.
And they're a very knowledgeable defense, too. They stay very disciplined in their pursuit angles and in their role in the defense. No one's getting caught out of position often.
West, back to pass, sets. Now he looks downfield, rushes on. Down he goes. The Muskies, TD, Sean Brown hit him.
Quentin Middaugh.
Middaugh hit him too, and then TD tossed him to the ground. And this will be the last play of the third quarter, as that's back to the 40-yard line. When we start the fourth, it'll be 3rd and 20. We're stepping away for 60 seconds at the end of 3, 17-12 North. You're watching Muskie football on the Muskie Sports Network.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Why should someone bank at First National Bank?
Because we care about our customers and we're committed to meeting their financial needs, and we're also a big part of the community.
Is this thing on? Hey football fans, TJ Deere, Total Muscatine. I get a little excited during the football season, and just the other day I spiked the ball, and this is what happened. Hey Logan,
do that again.
All right.
Whoa! What kind of
Hey
magic
Jimmy,
was that?
it's called Toyota Magic, and just like that, you can come out and get a brand new Toyota. So come and see us at Toyota Muscatine.
Community Stadium, quarter number 4 has begun. 3rd down and 20 North on their own 40-yard line. Jack West back to pass. Flares out in a flat for Schultz. Muskie's got it strung out. He's out over the 45, a 5-yard gain. Great defense. Prince William and Diego Rangel in on a stop along with Tim Nimley.
Yeah, good understanding of just knowing where the sticks were, not letting anything get back behind you and tackle what happens in front of you. Good job from the Muscatine defense.
So North will punt this one away. Schultz is their punter. The Muskies have Eli Gay standing back at his own 15-yard line. 17-12, North leads by 5. High snap. Schultz gets it down the left footer, and it's going to take a big North roll inside the, or right at the 10, down to the 9. So a good kick of 46 yards and no return. Muskies take over first down on their own 9-yard line.
That's one of those plays as a return person. One of the things that you talk to your return men is you have to try to catch everything, even if you can get it off of one hop, because that was – and Eli couldn't catch that one. That was one where it was going to be tough to come up and make a good attempt on it. But those rolls are so lethal. That's a 17-yard difference in field position because Eli was unable to be able to get to the ball to catch it.
Muskies have 2 receivers to the left, McDaniel to the right. On first down, Draves gives to Nimley. Tim straight up the gut. He's out over the 10. Power football here. Out near the 15 as Tim doesn't go down easy.
Rugby scrum on 3. Ready, break. That's what that play was. Get Nimley into the scrum and push the pile.
Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 Muskies from the 14.
Got Coach Ben Nitzel, the former rugby superstar, teaching the scrum technique.
Ben was a good
player. That's not tongue-in-cheek. He was on 3
was.
national champion rugby teams for the Muscatine Pearl City Black Bears.
2nd and 5. Draves gets a snap. Tim again over the left side. Nimley fights out near the 20, and he's going to be right there at the 20, and he's going to get a first down, a gain of 6. Little power football from the Muskies.
Yeah, lots of time on the clock. You're down 5. The strength of your team is that running attack and that running back. Send it down the middle.
10:44 and ticking in the game. Davenport North, everything on the line, playoff possibilities. They lead the Muskies 17-12. Muskies trying to come up with their second win of the year and play spoiler. Draves back to pass. Looks downfield, takes a shot, and it's caught by Sanchez out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Sanchez with strong hands. Jake Draves threw it out there, and a big play for the Muskies of 26 yards.
Just going up and getting the ball with Sanchez there. And that's what you want to see from your guys.
Anthony Sanchez played well all season, both sides of the football for the Muskies.
Eli Gay is getting a lot of attention from the defense. He's been held without a catch. But some of the other receivers, Brady McDaniel and Zach Hardy, And now Sanchez coming up with big plays.
Menard Cooper in. He gets the carry over the right side. And a great open field tackle by Dirks that time. Got him down. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just a good shooting of the gap there by Dirks. Read it and was just able to get a good tackle there at the line of scrimmage.
9:39 and ticking. 4th quarter. Davenport North 17 and the Muscatine Muskies 12. 2 receivers to the left, McDaniel to the right. Nimley now back in at tailback. Draves gives to Nimley, straight up the gut. Tim powers his way out to about the 43. Going to gain a couple. It'll be 3rd and 8.
So this is one of those 3rd and long situations that Muscatine's been. They've had some trouble with this down and distance throughout the season, but tonight they've actually done pretty well. Muscatine as a whole tonight on 3rd down has been pretty efficient.
You know, they've treated a lot of these 3rd and longs with running plays because they're kind of in a 4-down mindset.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 8 from their own 43. This drive started on their own 9. Draves, play action, fires over the middle. He's got Sanchez again for a 1st down. He's hit hard and taken down by West at the 41, but a pitch and catch that time for a 1st down from Draves to Anthony Sanchez.
Good tough reception there from Sanchez. West he's a good athlete. He can play. That's a big stick from your quarterback / free safety.
1st down on the North 41. Draves to Nimley. Tim dances the outside, ducks under a tackle. And it takes about 5 guys to get him down. He's going to gain 1 tough yard to the 40. 2nd and 9.
I mean, he just takes his head away from that outside linebacker who came in. He just ducked right under the tackle.
He is a tough runner. 2nd and 9 Muskies from the North 40. Hardy and Gay to the left, McDaniel to the right. Draves gives to Nimley. He's hit hard. This time he's going down. And a great play by number 53 that time, Dominic Wiseman, just a sophomore, 6'2", 235. And that's not easy doings, but he got Nimley down for a 3-yard loss.
And that's really how you do it. You have to get to him before he can get started. And that's what Wiseman was able to do on that play.
3rd down and 12 down Muskies. A big play for the Muskie offense on the North 43. 7 minutes and change here in the 4th. Crowd in the line of scrimmage is North. And now Nimley goes in motion. Draves back to pass. Flares it out to Tim in the flat. Tim's taken on by a few North tacklers, and they get him to the turf this time. For no gain, probably lost a couple back to the 46, and the Muskies are going to have to punt this away.
Yeah, that play just developed a little slow, and North was able to defense it.
Hunter Kelly on the stop for North. Back to the 46, so it'll be 4th down and 15 for the Muskies on the North 46. But a good drive that started on their 9. They flip field position here, and Brady McDaniel on to punt. Pre-Sheedy back inside his own 10. There's a high snap. McDaniel goes after it. There's a flag on the play. Brady running for his life back there, and he's going to go down at the inside the 20. And let's hope this flag's on North, or this is big trouble.
An illegal shift on Muscatine. But with that said, looks like Muscatine had a fake on there, but
illegal motion on the Muskies, and North's going to come up with a huge play on a high snap. We've seen that this year a few times over the head of McDaniel, and he chased it down. By the time he picked it up, North swallowed him down at the 19, so a loss on the play of 35 yards.
And actually, I think that play was Sam Wieskamp, the long snapper. They shifted the formation that he was actually an eligible receiver on that, and they were going to try to hit him on the seam. But the snap just came too quick, and it was high, and it just had some issues from the get-go on that play.
6:02 left, 17-12 North on top, 1st and 10 on the Muskie 19-yard line. Sheedy and Weissman to the left. To the right. Collins to the left. 2 backs with West in the backfield. Schultz is going to get this one running over the right side. Gets to the edge. He's at the 20, 15, and pushed out of bounds inside the 15 to the 14. He's going to gain 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This is as a defensive player, you play your responsibility, but if you see the opportunity to attack the football, whether it's a strip or you feel like you can read the play and get an interception, this is the time to go for it.
2nd and 4 from the 13. And this is West keeping it straight. They got 10-5 touchdown, Davenport North. Jack West with his 3rd touchdown run of the night. And this one's another 13-yarder with 5:44 left. And they lead the Muskies 23-12.
Just a little read option there, and he pressed the press, and he pressed the hole, and rode that out as long as he could, and was able to get into the end zone. They're going to go for 2 here, given the point spread situation.
So Jack West with his 3rd touchdown run of the game, a 2-yarder and 2 13-yarders, and they will go for 2 as the score stands at 23-12. Collins right, Weissman and Presheedy to the left. Back to pass is West. He rolls to his right. Muskies have pressure on. Now he eludes a tackler. Throws to the middle of the end zone. It's intercepted by Zach Hardy.
And you cannot return a 2-point conversion attempt in high school football.
Not like college where it's exciting. So, folks, 5:44 to play in the game, 23-12 North. We're stepping away for 60. You're watching Muskie football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant.
Stadium Griffiths on the kick. And this one is going to go out of bounds again. 2nd or 3rd time. So Davenport North on the big loss on the attempted punt by the Muskies goes 19 yards in 3 plays, and quarterback Jack West runs it in from 13 yards out. The PAT attempt failed as they went for 2. They lead the Muskies now 23-12, 5:44 left. Joel, my question is, why go for 2? Because now a field goal and a touchdown 2-point conversion, that's an 11-point spread. Why wouldn't you just kick the one there?
I don't know the answer to that question. I was thinking the same thing.
Unless there is an issue with the kicker, maybe. I don't know.
There might be an issue with the kicker. There also might be – I know that RPI is the tiebreaker factor for the playoffs, but I don't know if there's any like total points scored, if there's any factor for that too. I neglected, I guess, to research all the factors of what goes into the RPI, if there's margin of victory or if there's, like I said, total points sort of thing, because that would be the only reason I would traditionally go for 2 there is if you feel like you need to beef up your resume from a – because it used to be that the first tiebreaker was was margin of victory, which they took out because people were just trying to run people out of the stadium. And
so the Muskies are making North kick it again. This one goes to the right side, and it goes out of bounds.
Back them up 5 more.
So they may do it again.
Heck yeah, at this point, keep backing them up. If they're not going to kick it deep, keep backing them up because it keeps going out of bounds. Eventually, they're going to be kicking from their own 2-yard line. That might be a little extreme.
But they will. They're going to take it again. This will push it back to the 30.
Well, do you remember, though, a few years ago when the college football was experimenting with the clock rules where the clock started upon when the kicker kicked it, and Brett Bielema figured out that if he was offsides every time on purpose, they could run down the whole end of the game because it was a non-declinable penalty. And so I don't know if the clock is not starting, I don't believe, until a Muscatine player touches it. Leave it to Bielema to figure that part out.
Yeah. So Isaac Griffiths will kick for the 3rd time here. And this one straight up and a
good
hey,
that's a
McDaniel,
heck of a catch.
Heck of a catch because a lot of times that's risky. It may bounce off you. But Brady McDaniel with a great catch. And the Muskies with great field position here. First down on the North 43. 5:42 left in the game. And a quick score here. And they're right back in business.
2 seconds went off the clock, and they got the ball on the North 44-yard line, 43-yard line.
Stay tuned after the game for the Muscatine Power and Water post-game show, and Joel will name his offensive and defensive players of the game.
Yeah, so many great sponsors like Avenue Subs, Nutrition Outlet, and Boonies on the Avenue all season long.
There's Nimley cutting it up inside, and Tim gets down near the 40. He's going to gain 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Some of our other fine broadcast sponsors, Bosch Pest Control, Excel Auto Glass, and Kerry Dennison for City Council. It's almost election season here, Brian.
Election season,
November
Halloween
5th.
election. It's all tying together. Draves rolls to his left, looks downfield, and it's incomplete, intended for Hardy. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Muskies.
3rd and long again for Muscatine.
Third and 7 Muskies. 4 down territory, no doubt, down 23-12. 3 receivers to the left, Sanchez to the right. Nimley to the left of Draves. Jake back to pass, sets up the screen to Nimley. Tim dodges a tackler at the 40, and he gets down to about the 37, a gain of 3. It'll be 4th and 4 for the Muskies on the North 37.
You know, one thing that I've noticed tonight, that save for a few procedure penalties and a couple of holds here and there, it's been a really clean football game from a penalty standpoint. You haven't seen some of the, games like this that are emotionally charged. And honestly, this is kind of a rivalry between these two teams that can sometimes get a little chippy. I've seen some really good sportsmanship on the field tonight as well.
4th and 4. This is it. Give to Nimley, straight up the gut. North's there, but Tim keeps running. This is going to be close.
I think that
I don't like this spot. I think he's going to be short based on the spot.
I think they got to measure this.
And they will measure it, but what I'm seeing here, he's going to be about a foot or two short. He's at least a foot short.
I'm going the other way.
You think he's got it?
I think he's got it by a nose.
I hope you're right. This is going to be close.
This is a big measurement here for the Muskies.
They stretch it out, and he's short. So a big hold by the North defense. 4:34 left. North takes over on downs, leading 23-12. They'll have first down on their own 34-yard line.
And their defense holds. That was a big 4th down stop for the North Wildcats.
Been impressed all night with Jack West.
And also, I've been really impressed with the offensive line for North. They've really done a nice job of keeping him clean for most of the evening.
Morales and Schultz in the backfield now with West. And it's going to be Schultz straight up the gut. He spins out of a tackle out over the 35 to 37, gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Muskies with 3 timeouts left. We'll see if North tries to slow the tempo down now. You would think they would.
Another score from around the area. West Liberty edges Tipton 14-13. That's a final.
And North, they are huddling up now.
Oh, yeah.
Play clock inside.
You got to
of
think
10.
the receivers are not going to be involved as they are not in the huddle. It's everybody else.
Yes. This one's going to go to Schultz again. Boy, he's hammered by TD. Nowhere to go. No gain on the play. And a timeout by the Muskies. 3:47 left. 23-12 North. We're stepping away for 30 seconds. You're watching Muskie football on the Muskie Sports Network.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Why should someone bank at First National Bank?
Because we care about our customers and we're committed to meeting their financial needs, and we're also a big part of the community.
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, Brian Musell, Joel Cross, our final football broadcast of the season. Want to remind you we will have boys and girls basketball all winter long. Don't have the schedule laid out yet, but sometime after Thanksgiving and early December we'll kick off that coverage, and looking forward to watching Coach Orvis and Coach Wyndham's teams this year. But Joel, it's been despite the Muskie record, has always been enjoyable, and the fan support and the student athletes here are second to none.
Well, I think the record doesn't necessarily show how good a football Muscatine has played this year. They've been an entertaining team to watch.
West fires it over the middle. Got a man, Weisman, first down into Muskie territory, over midfield to the 47. So a big third down conversion there to keep the clock moving and the chains moving.
I think you can go back and look at history in Muscatine. 1996 was a similar season to this, where results didn't turn out like they thought they would. And then the following year, the junior class, who learned a lot from the previous season, led Muscatine to their first Mississippi Athletic Conference championship in school history and a playoff berth. So there's been some valuable experience that's been learned from this team, but ultimately, we have to tip our hats to this senior class who's playing their final game tonight.
And you're right, they played a lot of close games. Schultz up the gut. Thomas tries to get him down by the jersey, but he continued to run, and he's going to be close to a first down inside the 40 to the 37.
I think they did get that first down. We talk about some of these seniors. We've got Zach Hardy, Devin Burke, Brady McDaniel, Tak Portilla, Sam Wieskamp, all names that we've said a lot this season. Christian Aguirre, Craig Vaughn, Aiden Staker, Zach Eversmeyer, Victor Esu, Sean Brown, Tegan Smelzer.
West gives to Schultz again. Power football straight up the gut. A short gain, and the Muskies are going to burn their second timeout. 2:31 left. 23-12. We're going to leave it right here, Joel. You can mention some more of those seniors if there's some more there.
Dalen Shelengowski, who missed this entire season with
big
loss with a torn ACL, is an outstanding player. Trevor Anderson, Quentin Middaugh, Grant Thomas, and then we've got Carson Harder, Rory Smock, Benson Storr, and Jalen Sanders. All of these kids, seniors, many of whom I had the privilege to coach when they were 8th graders here in Muscatine, and it was the last Scholastic team I coached, and just a great group of kids, and you could see their character every time coaching them, and I've seen it now covering them as a reporter and then now as a broadcaster. It's just been a a good group of human beings to be around, and I think that we've seen that all season long from these guys.
Second down and 9 North. There's a give to Schultz. This time over the right, so he's got some room. 25, and he's brought down by Takport T and a great open field tackle. But that's going to be a first down run again by Schultz. And Davenport North in business, and they can really come close to running this thing out. The Muskies can stop it once, and North did what they had to do, come in here, get a win, and keep their playoff hopes alive. The Muskies were in this thing from start to finish, and another tough loss at home looms ahead here for the Muskies.
Yeah, Muscatine really doing what they can to try and get this ball back.
There's Schultz again over the right side. He's inside the 20 and down near the 16, a gain of 9. So it'll be second down and 1 for North. Clock at 1:40. And one more first down. Pretty much do it.
I did just do some quick research on my phone. There is the margin of victory and points are not a part of the RPI,
Okay.
so I think they just are having issues in their kicking game regarding that 2-point conversion.
Play clock inside 5. Schultz gets it again. Reed Alsis and TD string it out and get him to the turf. And the Muskies burn their last time out with 1:03 left. It'll be third down and about 3. They trail 23-12. We'll leave it here. And, you know, Coach Mueller and his staff this year, we talked to him, you know, at the fall kickoff, and they had high hopes. They knew they had some talent. And, you know, that's the way the game goes sometimes. It doesn't always turn out the way you think it's going to. I really thought this was going to be we talked about it, before the year 6-7 win team potentially. But you look at what's going on, and with the exception of the Lindmar game, the Muskies have been right there that any of those games with a twist or a turn here or there could have won a lot of those football games.
Yeah, it's been really a good football season. I know that there's no such thing as a moral victory, I think. A lot of coaches will say that. And I don't think Muscatine feels like they didn't play a perfect game, most of the season, and that can be frustrating. But the effort was never questioned.
Third and 3. West going to take a shot to the end zone here for Priest-Sheedy, and it's incomplete, but there's going to call an interference flag on Prince Wee in the end zone as the West took a shot for Sheedy. And there's going to be a pass interference on the Muskies.
And I think that's one that these officials might look back at and say, it looked like it, but maybe it really wasn't. Because I think Prince was in good position. He did get his head around, and he played the ball. I don't know that any of the hand fighting that he did actually impeded the receiver's ability to make a catch. And that's one of those judgment calls that unfortunately tend to go the offense's way more often than not.
So it'll be first and goal on the 9, and North is in victory formation with 1 minute to play. Jack West, the fine senior quarterback, takes a knee, and he'll have to take one more knee.
And it's a frustrating feeling. I 20 years ago lost my senior night at Bettendorf at Tuvel Stadium. It's just a feeling you don't forget. Fortunately, that you have good support systems, and you move on to the next thing that's important to you. But for a large part of your high school career, Friday nights and football practice and out-of-season workouts, that's a huge part of your life.
One more snap will do it, and it does. Clock's going to tick away, and folks, we're going to step away for 2 minutes and come back with our post-game show sponsored by Muscatine Power and Water. The final score, Davenport North 23 and the Muscatine Muskies 12. We'll be back in 2 minutes on the Muskie Sports Network.
Is this thing on? Hey football fans, TJ Deere, Total Muscatine. I get a little excited during the football season, and just the other day I spiked the ball, and this is what happened. Hey Logan,
do that again.
All right.
Whoa! What kind of
Hey
magic
Jimmy,
was that?
it's called Toyota Magic. And just like that, you can come out and get a brand new Toyota. So come and see us at Toyota Muscatine.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Get into the manufacturing industry of your choice on your terms. We prepare you with hands-on training, flexible class schedules, and a network of employers after graduation. Now that's community. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium, and you're watching the Muscatine Power Water postgame show. Brian Musell and Joe Crosshour here. And another tough one for the Muskie football squad. They dropped to 1-8 on the season, and Davenport North improves to 6-3 and keeps their postseason hopes alive. North started the scoring tonight on a 90-yard touchdown drive, and that followed the Muscatine Muskies having second and goal on the North 1 foot line. The Muskies fumbled it. North recovered on their own 10. They ensued with a 90-yard drive capped off by Jack West and a 2-yard touchdown run. PAT was good. They led the Muskies 7-zip with 2:03 to play in the first. That capped off your first quarter scoring. They got their next drive after a Muskie 3-and-out and a short punt, and they got the ball on the Muskie 30-yard line, took it in from there. Jack West, 13-yard run on 4th down and 10 for the Muskie 13, ran it in himself. PAT good. They led the Muskies 14-zip with 11:40 to go in the first half. The Muskies responded, took the very next kickoff and drive 65 yards, and Jake Draves hit Zach Hardy for a 24-yard touchdown pass down the left sideline. PAT no good. The Muskies trailed 14-6, 6:58 to go in the half. The Muskies got another crack at it late in the first half, put together one of their best drives of the year, 81 yards, and was capped off by a Tim Nimley 13-yard touchdown run, and they went for two, did not get it, and went into the half trailing 14-12. The only scoring in the third quarter followed up on a 64-yard drive down to the 1-yard line of Muscatine by Davenport North. The Muskies on 1st and goal stuffed them 3 straight times, and they came in with an Isaac Griffiths 20-yard field goal. Muskie defense held there. 8:01 to play in the third, and North led the Muskies 17-12. The fourth quarter, West took over. They went on a high snap over the punter's head as the Muskies had the ball near midfield. The Muskies lost 35 yards on that play, and North recovered on the Muskies' 19-yard line. 3 plays later, Jack West ran it in from 13 yards out. His third touchdown run of the night. They went for 2. The PAT failed, and that's where the scoring ended. North with a huge 23-12 win for them. That happened with 5:44 to play. The Muskies couldn't drive any farther than the 40-yard line down the stretcher. And Joel, North came in, did what they had to do. The Muskies never quit. That group played hard throughout, and with a couple of big plays that really changed momentum, this game was really a nip-and-tuck game. But North gets the win. They improved to 6-3. The Muskies fall to 1-8 on the year. A disappointing season, but a lot of good playing time coming back next year. The Muskies have a lot of veterans coming back next year.
Yeah, and that's a situation that, I mean, we can talk about it because we have that macro view. We can see it. But that's not something that anybody in the purple and gold are thinking about right there in the goal line as they literally kind of pass the torch as Coach Mueller shakes the hand of each senior as they move on, and then they proceed to move down and shake the hand of all of their teammates, which is a cool tradition that Coach Mueller has brought to Muskie football. Davenport North, Matt Koss is reporting that's their first 6-win season since 1989.
Yeah.
So this is a big win for North, and they came out with something to really play for. So even if they do fall short of the playoffs, which it sounds like they got some of the help they needed tonight with both Johnston and Urbandale losing tonight, they've got their hopes are alive. But the Muskie team, like you said, Brian, not the season they thought they were going to have. There's a kind of a perplexing nature around this team all year long. They just seem to not be able to avoid that untimely turnover throughout the season, but a really good football team. That's a team that you might look at 1-5 and 0-5 in the district and say, man, that's a rough year. And record-wise, it was, but this is a good football team. This isn't your typical 1-8 team, and it's hard to pick a player of the game on the offensive side of the ball because there were several people who played really nicely. Then our offensive player of the game brought to you by Guadalajara Mexican Cuisine. I thought Jake Draves was a real candidate for this, as well as Tim Nimley from the running back position. But I think one of the players that really stood out tonight and had some crucial catches, including the first touchdown catch, which really brought the momentum back to Muscatine's side, was Zach Hardy. Zach Hardy, the senior wide receiver, is our Guadalajara Mexican Cuisine offensive player of the game. And on
Zach Hardy, congrats.
And on the defensive side, presented by Eastern Iowa Community College, a player that really, his defensive play kept Muscatine in this game, especially in the second half when the running game was trying to take over for North. Tongan Deason from the nose tackle position just really gave North fits and kept Muscatine's run defense churning along there in the second half. So Tongan Deason, our Eastern Iowa Community College player of the game. And then our play of the game, which is presented by Chicharos Tequila Bar and Grill. That's going to go to on the fumble there at the end of the first half, the sack from Diego Rangel, which is recovered by Reed Olsis, which gave Muscatine a short field. They were unable to get the points at the end of the half, but that was the sort of play that you need from your defense in that situation. And so that's going to be our Chicharos Tequila Bar and Grill play of the game.
Fantastic. Joel, my partner. And if it doesn't mean anything, this is what high school is all about. You're talking about seniors and the Muskies. That's a very emotional night, as you know. And I remember my kids going through it. It's really difficult, but rewarding at the same time. On the other end, you see a program like North, first 6-win team since '89, and they've got their families down there with these kids. That's an emotional night for them. They've come so far as a program, and I am happy for the North kids. Not that they beat the Muskies, but because of where they've come. I think that's neat for them and their program and their school. So
I think
that's cool with high school sports.
And I think that's something that you and I both appreciate. We get to spend a lot of time, in cars driving back and forth from these games together, and we get some time to talk and listen to the radio, listen to other games and other programs around the state. You're from the Dubuque area. I grew up in Muscatine, but lived in Northwest Iowa and recruited and coached at the high school level in Northwest Iowa in my time at Morningside College. And it's, you see these communities, it's so much more about the 1-8 record or the 6-3 or the 9-0 record that a team amasses. It's the little things. It's the family dinners. It's the team dinners the Thursday night before. It's the Saturday morning workouts that are followed by a group of parents who are making pancakes and bacon and sausage for these kids. There are so many relationships that are forged. Not just the players in the locker room, but moms and dads sitting next to one another. There's a group of parents that we saw here tonight have no kids playing in the ball game, but they're there with the same parents that were there when their kids were all playing, because that's just what has become their Friday night. They're so invested in the community, and that is truly what this game is about. Friday Night Lights are about so much more than what happens between the hashes. It's a lot more about what happens between the community.
Well said, my partner Joel. This caps my 9th season of doing football, and so privileged to have Joel sitting next to me. We're not done. We're done with football for the year, but we're going to kick it right into basketball, as we said, starting early December, and look for that on Twitter pages or Facebook. We'll have Discover Muscatine will shoot out a basketball schedule once we put it together, and you can hear us in early December with Susan Orvis or John Wyndham's boys or girls squad this year, and we're excited about bringing you Muskie basketball. But that does it for the football season. I want to thank my partner, Joel Crossauer, and the great people at KWPC Radio and the great people at Discover Muscatine bringing you this. Folks, this is unique. Televised sporting events in Muscatine at the high school level. I'm Brian Musell signing off. Thank you so much for watching all year. You've been watching Muscatine Muskie football on the Muskie Sports Network.